Oh, wow. Hey guys, I'm over here in the window. I forgot to turn this shit off from yesterday. Hello, gamers! Oh, sheesh! Welcome back as I slowly take away all of the set pieces from yesterday. They're not real. Don't look at them. Hi! Hi! Hello, gamers, and welcome back to another amazing live stream by yours truly. How are we? How are we? Today, we are playing Our Life, beginnings and always. Technically, we have finished the main story, and now it is Oops All DLC. So we are going to be doing our DLC wedding right now, and then we are going to be doing later, not today, but I think we'll only get like half of the DLC done today, if that. But then we're also going to be doing another run through of the game where we play the DLC for step 1, 2, and 3, and that's gonna be exciting. So, but yeah, I'm very excited for the wedding. I've heard a lot of good things from people, and I'm ready to marry my man. If you did not see yesterday's stream, I suggest go looking at the VOD because I had an exciting little reveal there. That won't be on today's stream, but it was really fun. Let me switch over to the gamer screen. Where am I? Yo, where my clothes at? There I am. Hello. Will this connect if I go over here? No. Some games prefer the automatic capture, and then some prefer the direct link. All right, I'm excited. Like, shut up, wedding music. I was almost gonna put on my normal lo-fi, but I was like, wait a minute. If we're having a wedding, like, I gotta put on the classic wedding march, right? Right? I feel like that makes sense. But hello, hi, John. Hello, Black Blue. Yes, we're wedding. We should be all good here, so I'm ready to just dig in, bro. I'm ready to eat. Okay, I have a stupid bottle of hot sauce next to me because I was using it. Get out of my way, hot sauce. Hello again. Thank you so much for getting the Cove Wedding DLC. Because you're engaged to Cove in this playthrough, you can choose to continue your story into the wedding planning events if you'd like. And you can always make a save here and come back if you want to return to the option later on. Yes. No, I don't want the wedding DLC events to have. No, I want to play the wedding DLC. That's why I'm here. Hello, I guess congratulations are in order. Yes, me and my fictional soon-to-be husband, I guess fiance. We're gonna have a lovely wedding, as you're gonna see. Okay, this is the information. These events are set after step 4, but it's not specified when. It could be during that same summer, the next summer, a year in the future, springtime in California, etc. You can assume the timeline is whatever it needs to be to make sense for the choices you made to progress the relationship. Progress. I don't know why I said progress. Which initiative level would you like to have, Cove to have for the wedding? High. I'm always going high initiative, bruh. He's only rolling 20s. We hope you have a truly wonderful wedding, girl. Me and you both. I'm not trying to bridezilla out. Our wedding. Sheesh. Side by side. Oh, is this our little house? Where are we right now? This is kind of nice. Side by side on a purple dyed faux leather couch is a choice. I don't know if it's one that I would have went. Especially, bro, I don't mind the purple couch. That's not the problem. Why we go with faux leather, though? Because I'm not going to be able to... I wear shorts, like, all the time. So, like, I'm not going to be able to sit on that couch without my tree trunk thighs sticking to the fucking couch. You sat with your fiance, Cove. The air in the chic office smelled distinctly perfumed. Okay, is this our office? A office? Are we getting a wedding planner? I don't know. Let me stop asking questions and just read. Get a couch blanket. That's true. The air in the chic office smelled non-distinctly perfumed, though luckily it was a demure touch rather than smothering. A soft hum came from the air conditioning, gently flowing the scent around the room. It was the first time either of you had been there. Okay, so we are. This is not our office. Okay, we good. This is not my house. This is an office that we're just at. I'm assuming to get a wedding planner. And you weren't sure if the atmosphere was meant to comfort or impress visitors. For some people, it wouldn't make a difference either way, like with your own partner, for example. Cove's hand was intently gripping yours. I just know bro's stressed. He's the real bridezilla. Yeah. You could feel him trembling, and hear the squishing noise the couch made each time he shifted around. One part came from his usual nervousness over these kinds of matters, and the other came from an almost uncontainable excitement for the same reason. This place was the headquarters of a well-known event planning agency in the area, and this office belonged to their planner for a very particular type of special occasion: weddings. Yeah, a work office. You were here to plan your wedding together. Soon he wouldn't only be your fiancé. Cove would be your husband, and on that occasion there was going to be a ceremony, reception, and everything. You felt truly content. You were overflowing with thrilled energy. You matched with Cove, shaking from nerves. It felt totally natural and like no big deal to you. Your focus was on being concerned for Cove. How would I feel if I was planning a wedding? I don't know. So is this before or after the main game climax? This takes place after step 4, but it's like, there's no specific time it just takes place after the end of step 4. So they said, like, it could take place, like, immediately during that same summer, or it could be, like, you know, a different summer, spring, like, it could be, like, any of those times. But we just know that it takes place directly after, well, not directly, but it takes place after what happened in step 4. I would say, I was overflowing with thrilled energy. I've been waiting for this. With your vibration and Cove shivering, you hoped you both didn't slide off the couch cushions. Oh my goodness. You both didn't slide down off the cushions. Today's meeting should be straightforward. Introducing yourselves to the planning team, getting familiar with one another, and going over only some basics. The entire process would take multiple visits here and trips to other locations. Before setting up the appointment with the planner, you and Cove decided that you were going to set the wedding in, or at least near Sunset Bird. Makes sense, bro. We have to have a beach wedding, right? 50 years later is crazy. We're just old and decrepit. You also had a good idea of who would be attending the wedding, how large the wedding needed to be, and a few other details related to your lives together going forward. I mean, it's kind of like whoever's like goated with the sauce, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want me to be there. Obviously, my mom's, my sister, my cousin, his parents, Derek, my 2 friends. And that's it. I don't know anybody else. That was as far as you'd gotten in the process when you decided to bring in assistance. All the planning was going to be great, you thought. It was going to be a pain, but would be worth it, you felt. You were thankful you had a professional to do this. Yeah. He looks so fine, bro. I'm like punching the walls. Cove noticed the dreaminess in your eyes, and the corners of his mouth lifted hopefully. His second hand reached over to clasp both yours and his first. A metallic sensation pressed into your skin. Ah, my engagement ring. The engagement ring securely on his left ring finger. Your feet shuffled against the black and white striped rug that covered over the center of the hardwood floor as you returned a smile back. Here we are. Here we are. It's really happening. His finger squeezed your hand deeper into his hold. You know, I'm not really good with, well, any of this, but I'm sure that whatever it ends up being like is going to be amazing. It has to be, because I'm marrying you. Wild that he showed up here in nothing but a tank top. He's too used to that Cali weather, baby. He's too used to it. You're so wonderful, I completely agree. I'm glad you're feeling good about things. Yeah, and hopefully you only panic a moderate amount along the way. Bro, I'm not trying to call him out, no. You had to turn your face away out of shyness. I completely agree. It was such a kind sentiment, but it was the truth for the both of you. And then there was a series of quick knocks. Your conversation stopped as you shared unsure looks between one another.
Huh?
Come in? In response to Cove's words, the shiny wood door off to the side swung open. Hello, lovebirds. Oh, Baxter! You're the wedding planner! Yo, what are the odds that this bitch is the wedding planner? Oh my god. Also, random tangent. My gamer subs finally came in today. I'm gonna experiment. Which flavor did you get? I've never had gamer subs, but I've just heard people talk about them. Of course, it's him. They're like, dude, should we make a new character now, bro? Just put Baxter in this bitch. So, okay, listen. For all the people that was hating on him when he had the two-color hair, what y'all think now? Let me know. Looks-wise, not personality. We're not talking about personality right now. Because I know there's some people who were clowning on his fit and his hair. He's all natural. Literally purple man. Purple guy! Wait a minute! Standing in the entryway was a tall man about your age. His dark gray hair was swept to the side, and on his neck was a distinctive mole. His curved grin and brown eyes. His curved grin and brown eyes grew wide and sank.
Hallelujah.
Oh my gosh! Why you whispering in my ears like that? Baxter, my beloved. Listen, I don't know why. I feel like I should have expected this, but I didn't. Soda pressed despair. Oh, pear. Banana propaganda and acid rain. Okay, so I get pear and banana. What is acid rain? What flavor is that supposed to be? Like, that's what I imagine, like, the powder for Monster Energy would be like. Specifically the OG green one. I love calling, Monster Energy battery acid. I always think it's really funny. I liked him better as a wob. Hallelujah. Love would have been a lie if you two dolls had broken up. Bro, you're telling me. Listen, if me and if me and Cove get a divorce, I'd be like his dad, and I would never marry again. I guess acid rain is like a tropical fruit kinda. It's a mix of different flavors. That makes sense. Cove stared while frozen in place. He's like, no, not this guy. A deer in headlights. His mouth opened, then closed again soundlessly. He's like, ain't no way. Okay, let's see what we can say. Baxter? Listen, I kind of have to say that one because that's how I reacted. That's literally what I said when he walked into the room. So, I mean, if we're striving for accuracy, I think I have to click that, right? Do you know this person, Cove? Is crazy. This is awkward. This is amazing. Your eyes darted between Cove and the man, confused. You were speechless seeing him. Listen, I gotta go with what I said in real life. Secret alternate husband. Cave. Oh, God. What is that version of him like? I don't even know. Whoa. Is he more like the aggressive type, whereas like, you know, Cove is pretty gentle and nervous. Cave is a caveman, I guess. Lol. the do you know this person? I know, right? Baxter's just gonna be like, okay, I guess I'll kill myself. It's like, damn, you know this guy? Baxter's like, you know, get the fuck out of my office. You know, the purple couch makes sense now. Now that I know that this is his office, makes sense. The former tourist stepped further into the room while chuckling.
That's wonderful.
I'm flattered you two, people of excellence, remember me too. Bro wants the threesome so damn bad. And I didn't even have to dress in black and white. I know, I recognized you. Your style choices might have changed, but you realized now the design of the rug might not have been an entirely arbitrary choice. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even look at the rug. They called it out too, and I was more looking at the purple couch. It was exciting to see it was really him. You could only feel shock and disbelief. You were ticked. I'm just shocked. This was an incredibly unexpected reunion. It's been a while. Years.
I know.
Cove's like, get this guy out of here. I just like that, like, Cove, see, it's like, it's not around all guys, because Cove is totally chill and normal around Derek, but like, Baxter exists, and he's like, I hate this guy. He was so preparing for this unexpected reunion, and you show up having no idea who he is. Self-esteem instantly shot. I know, right? Yeah, it has been. Cove dropped his response heavily. The tone likely would have been even firmer if he wasn't still in disbelief that Baxter had reappeared in front of the both of you. And as a wedding planner of all things. I think I actually cannot unsee William Afton now. Listen, this is what people wished William Afton looked like. Back when they were making him Vincent, bro. If you guys know the name Vincent, you earn a veteran's discount. I was never into that version of Purple Guy, that fanon version of Purple Guy, but I did see him around the block. I don't know, like, I've never been into, like, edgy guys. Just, I don't know. Like, I'm not like one of those people that's like, I can fix him. Except for, I mean, this is not even that being edgy. I was primarily thinking, like, because obviously I have brain rot. I was thinking about Overwatch, and I was thinking about, like, Junkrat and Road Dogg, and how well, I don't know if they still are, but in the first game, their lore was, like, you know, they're from Australia, which got, like, fucked up by the Omnics, so, like, they are, like, Omnic racist, but Torbjorn was Omnic racist, and now he's not, and Bastion's his son, so, like, you know, if they aren't already not Omnic racist, I can fix them. But they're not like edgy. They just are existing. I wonder, is it jealousy or some kind of personal primal aversion between the two? I think it's a mix of both. I think, like, you know, Baxter comes off really strong, and is, like, very flirty. Even if he's technically, like, low-key flirty with, like, both of us. I think he's just like, now, wait a minute. I don't even like you being nice in this way to my Pookie Bear. And then also just, like, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's both. Just that primal urge, like, I gotta, your wedding planner. What happened? Do you have an explanation for it? Well, as professionally as possible, Baxter strode to the other half of the room and took a seat in the rolling office chair opposite the couch you were on. He used the tips of his feet to smoothly twist the chair's position so that it faced you completely as he continued the reply. I went back to college, eventually graduated, joined the great wide career world, grew up, learned some more. I'm still learning. To fully settle in, Baxter dropped an elbow on the armrest of his seat and rested his cheek against the propped up fist. That's the curated version. Life is a wonderful journey. The words were spoken flatly, inauthentically, and punctuated with a dismissive gesture of his free hand. It was impossible to tell if the sarcasm was purely in response to Cove's own sharpness, or if there was something else. Even Cove raised an eyebrow at how clear the displeasure was. Baxter was aware of the impression he was giving, but only half shrugged with one shoulder over it. His eyes drifted away from you and your partner. Whatever the story was, you definitely weren't getting the full version of it. Well, this is so weird. I missed you is crazy. At my wedding appointment is crazy. Well, you know, I hope you've been alright, I guess. A bend formed in his eyebrow. A small sign of regret. I'm very well.
Now?
That's my introduction taken care of. Let's swing things back around to the real reason you came. You're getting married. Congratulations. You were given an enthusiastic round of applause from the audience of one. We got engaged kind of a while back when there was a lot going on with our lives. Baxter slipped a pen out of his jacket pocket and tapped it against the desk. Counter at his side. He looked between you and Cove, satisfied. Considering we're already acquainted, it should make the process that much better. I'm sure your special day is going to be one to remember. Cove's uneasy single word was directed towards you. In a whisper, he elaborated on what that was supposed to mean. Are we really going through with this? Having Baxter plan our wedding? I'd like you to. Cove quietly yelped. It wasn't unreasonable that the person on the other side of the room could hear the conversation, but Cove had not expected him to answer. He was like, I was just expecting him to politely pretend he couldn't hear. I mean... I think I could do it well. I could do it right. And there's very few weddings I'd like to see go off like a charm than this one. He spoke in a conciliatory way. Baxter's normal boldness was entirely missing while asking for this chance. He's like, please, let me plan your wedding, please. Meanwhile, Cove's just like, I just don't fucking like him, bro. And you know what? Sometimes it's as simple as that. Like, sometimes you just don't like somebody. You don't need a reason to not like somebody. As long as you're not, like, a dick. Like, you can be honest and just be like, I just don't really like you, to be honest. Like, it's nothing you did. We just don't vibe. I'm sorry. And that is okay. If you're a grown adult, you can handle it. Like, obviously it's gonna hurt when somebody says they don't like you, but, like, it's better than a lot of alternatives. You and Cove faced one another on the couch. The softness in his eyes and the sloping of his brows shared his thoughts without him needing to say a word. He was being swayed. You nodded to your partner. There was a pause, and then Cove spoke. Okay. While still on the couch, Cove brought his torso up to its full height and held his head high. He's like, just so you know, I'm taller than you, and I'm hotter than you. I'm like, Cove, calm down, calm down. This is not a pissing contest. It's okay. I'm already marrying you. I didn't even buy Baxter's DLC. Maybe one day, but not today. Shut up, phone. What are you buzzing for? The look on his face was determined. Since this is actually the reality that exists now, I've got a question for you, Baxter. Yes? Cove's strong stance began to crumble as he shrunk into himself once more. Is your offer for dance lessons still open? Sorry, this sprite is killing me. Just the... Huh? He was not expecting that. Your new planner gasped before quickly settling into laughter with a clap of his hands. Of course, always. Beginnings and always? Eyes. That's a relief. I'm probably gonna need them.
I'm here if you need me.
I understand completely. I'm here for you. And you as well, Luna, if there's anything you need. You were a good dancer, but it would be nice to practice with someone. You were a good dancer and didn't really need the help. Dude, I don't think I know how to dance. Like, I think, like, if I got taught, I probably could, but... You weren't a good dancer, but could use guidance. Yeah, I guess so. That works. That's fine. Yeah, I'd like that. I mean, listen, if we're both taking lessons, I think it's okay. Got it. That works for me. Now, he shifted closer... He shifted closer to the rolling chair with a glint in his eyes that made him look like the teen he used to be. Let's roll up our sleeves and get into the details, which I don't mean literally, no need to crumple my jacket, but I'm going to have to ask you quite a few questions.
All right.
I'm ready. So am I. To start, have we thought about of possible surnames, yours, his? What are you imagining? I don't care, I just want to marry her. Listen, I think he should take my last name, because Cove Cryptid would be great. I love a little bit of alliteration. But we have actually talked about it, have we? Yeah, we're going with both of us using my last name, Cryptid. I'm not taking his fuck-ass last name. No offense. Listen, what do y'all think we should do? I personally, like, I don't mind a hyphenated name, but I definitely am not just taking his. Y'all think we should both take my name? We should do hyphenated. My name will go first, though. Obviously, we're going alphabetical order. Don't piss me off. So it's either gonna be both of us are taking my last name, we're doing Cryptid Hold It, or we're doing my last name. I'm keeping my last name. He's keeping his. What should we do? Both the same name. Okay, let's do both. But we're taking both our me. It's mine. Listen, it's great. Look at the alliteration. It looks so good. I do prefer just Cryptid. Okay. Both the same name. Okay. Good to know. Luna and Cove Cryptid it is. And then we have Bigfoot and Mothman everywhere. I'm sorry. Cove straightened up against the back of the couch. You could practically hear his heart pounding over your names being said as one that way. It made you giddy too. I actually don't know anyone with hyphenated last name. It's very, like, it does not happen often. Like, it is a thing that happens, just, like, pretty sparingly. I mean, there's like, pros and cons. Obviously, pros, you both get to have the last names, like, your same last names. But, like, hyphenated stuff is, like, annoying, I heard on, like, documents and whatnot. La la la. Sorry, I was adjusting my seat. Cove straightened up against the back of the couch. You could practically hear his heart pounding over your names being said as one that way. Made you giddy, too. And what about the titles in the wedding? Bride, groom, it can be whichever you like, honestly. He said, I'm an ally. Actually, I'm more than that. Can I be a groom?
Of course.
He's like, I just said you can be whatever you want. Of course, it's your day. Can I be called neither is crazy? No, I'm fine with bride. That's fine. Wonderful. A bride and groom for the couple of the wedding. Baxter flipped open a notebook set on the desk. Can I get an idea for scale? I mean, I literally know like 5 people, bro. And half of them are his family. One of them is you. No, I'm kidding. Can I get an idea of scale? Only an estimate. It doesn't have to be a complete guest list. Even if it was, you never know how many of those invites will accept the RSVPs. Don't stress too much over who's going to be in attendance. Oh. Cove stepped off the cloud 9 he had been hovering on since the start of the conversation and planted himself back firmly on the purple couch in Baxter's office. For sure there's gonna be our this is him. For sure there's gonna be our parents, 4 of them, Luna's sister and her uncle, aunt, and cousin. Dude, are my aunt and uncle coming? Are we getting an aunt and uncle reveal? Are we getting to meet Lee's parents? I'm curious. But I don't think it's for marriage. It's just how they have the family name. See, yeah, I feel like that's the only time I've seen it too. Not like 2 people marrying. I can't imagine Lee would come alone. I hope not. I hope we get to get more family reveal. Some grandparents should be there, but not all of them. We'll have our friends Miranda, Terry, and Derek. You're still friends with Miranda and Terry? That is wonderful. Dude, I don't even think he knows that Terry's trans now. Yeah. You nodded agreeingly as Cove filled Baxter in. You and Cove continued to come up with family members, friends, professional relations, and the like to make an estimated size of the wedding. All the while, Baxter jotted down the information like an attentive student sitting in the front, at the front of the class. And of those who you want most and expect to be there, would any of them make up wedding parties, or is everyone a normal guest? Wedding party? Oh, what, like the bridesmaids and like groomsmen or something? Is that what we mean? I mean, I would like my sister to be part of my wedding party, me personally, and my cousin. I want my yeah, listen. I definitely want Lee to be there. I don't know. I don't think my sister now would be like crazy, but
Right.
Right, we haven't picked we haven't picked exactly who'd be in it yet. Oh, sorry, that's Cove. My bad. I'm reading over my mic arm because I'm like switching how I was sitting. So like I'm like reading over my mic arm. I'm like, what the fuck does that shit say? And could I lower it? Yes, but then I'd have to move it back and I'm lazy. Right. We hadn't picked exactly who'd be in it yet, but we are having wedding parties.
Certainly.
Of course. Let's discuss who's with who now then. It can be an equal split between the both of you, but it's not a rule. If one of you has a bigger wedding party than the other, it's completely fine. It's all about the two of you, so you can do as you please. Tepidly, Cove offered his first thoughts on the matter. I feel like Cove should have Derek on his side, considering, like, he's your dad's friend. Well, he's your dad's, friend's son? I don't even, they're kind of like business partners, I think, too. And they were roommates. I don't know, maybe it's embarrassing or even sort of dumb, but as great as my friends are, the person I'd want to be there as my best man is my dad. It's not dumb at all, Pookie. He's gonna be so happy to hear that. There's so many things. I want to say multiple stuff. Yeah, we can offer him $20 to do it is actually hilarious. I'm not gonna say it though, but it'd be really funny. I was recently a bridesmaid for one of my childhood friends, and it was so nice, but there were 9 of us, and that was stressful AF. I don't even know 9 people. Bro, that's literally me. That's too many. I need like 3 max. He's gonna be so happy to hear that.
Thank you.
He said it. I don't have to. Having that close of a relationship with your father is a beautiful thing.
What do you think?
Luna, do you know who will be the lead of your wedding party? As the title isn't important. Best man, best woman, or best person, maid, man, or individual of honor. It's all fine. My mom, Pamela, my ma, Nolani, my sister, Liz, my cousin, Lee, my mother-in-law, Kyra, my father, I don't have one, my friend, Derek, my friend, Miranda, my friend, Terry. I think Lee could plan a banger wedding. I'm not gonna lie to you. She seems like the type who'd be, like, really good at it. But, like, I don't want my sis to feel left out, but yeah. I feel like Lee would be fun. Because, like, we planned, remember, I don't know who remembers this, but me and Lee, we planned, like, a whole little dance routine, singing combination. Like, I trust her. I do. As my maid of honor, best woman, person of honor, best person sounds so silly. I would say maid of honor. Best woman sounds crazy because, like, it sounds like she's my favorite woman of all time, and, like, I don't know if I can make that decision right now. Very well. Anyone else in the parties? Well, I'm good with whichever friends and family being in my party, but I kind of want the size of things to be sort of close. Everybody would probably be in Luna's party if there wasn't more of a split. So that's okay if that's okay, there'd probably be 3 or 4 in the parties at most. Yeah, that makes sense. Great. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, I said 3 for, like, my max, so honestly, me and Cove were like this. I'm crossing my fingers. You can't see it. I'm crossing my fingers together, though. I do remember that actually. Yeah. Hold on. Great. Hold on, y'all mind if I take a bite of my little snack real fast? Just a little snacky bite. And then I'll probably need to take a sip of water after because hydration. For your own party, you choose. I want Liz. How many do you think? I'm gonna add 3. Y'all think 3 is good? I feel like I kind of want Kyra. I'm not sure if should I do Kyra. I mean, like if I pick her, but not like my own moms, do you think they're gonna get mad? Who do you think? Should I added Lee and Liz. I mean, she could be. She could be. In my head, right? In my head, Cove's wedding party is his dad, Derek, and Terry. And then for me, like I said, I need my two gals, Lee and Liz. We're triple L. And then I could take Miranda too. Maybe I'll take Miranda. Just because, like, I feel like if I take Kyra, then my moms are gonna get upset. Yeah, I'm gonna take Miranda, and that's everyone. And I'd use bride's attendants. Wedding crewmates. Wait. Yeah, normal guess. Besides Cove's dad, just because, like, I feel like that's deserved though, because bro, Cliff and him, they be going through it. Well, they used to be going through, but now I love that they have like a better relationship. So I feel like he deserves that. What should we call them? Part of me's like wedding crewmates is really funny. It's really funny. I don't mind bridesmaids, but wedding crewmates is really funny. I might go with that. My crew, we're having a pirate-themed wedding on the beach. I'm gonna go with that. That's really funny. See, I clocked 1 though. I clocked 1. Okay, I missed the other one, but that's okay. Then my party is gonna be Kyra and Terry. See, I knew Terry was on there because I feel like Terry was always more his friend. No, listen, not saying that Terry's not my friend, but like I think that he was friends with Cove first. If I'm not mistaken, which I could be. Oh, speaking of, are you gonna have one of your parents give you away? I think my mom would be good for that. She's always been like the one where it's like, nah, what you doing? Then my party is gonna be Kyra and Terry. And with that, you successfully mapped out the members of your wedding parties. Perfect, I'll take notes. Make notes. The statement was made extra clear by the clicking noise of Baxter keenly tapping his pen on the armrest. Okay, hold on. I never took a bite of my treat because I got distracted.
So,
On the topic of guests and that sort, are you open to attendees giving speeches during the reception? I mean, I am, as long as they don't say no fuck shit. If I recall correctly, mostly I, thought Terry had a thing for Cove and would be a romance rival until we learned Miranda was their real target. Listen, bro, I was clocking it from the minute I saw them. I was like, especially when Terry and Miranda had that fight, bro, I was like, I don't know, this just seems kind of crazy. I think you guys like each other. But also, I did, for like when they first got brought up, like both of them, I was like, does one of these people like Cove? Cause yeah, I remember that though. Yeah, when we first started, and they were like, oh yeah, here's the friend, and it's like, now hold on a minute, and then Baxter came in and also was like, I'm like, hey, stay away from my man, Actually, yeah, we're all just dating each other. It was actually just me, Cove, Terry, Miranda, Baxter, Derek, we're all in there. A giant polycule. Okay, sorry. We can make it so only select people are arranged to say some words about the couple, or have an open mic for anyone interested in taking it, or discreetly circumvent anyone from gathering the attention in order to talk. I don't know. I feel like it'd be nice to have someone specific, have some specific people talk. I'd be fine with anyone making a toast or speech. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that too. People are gonna tease us whether it's in a speech or not. Yeah, that's true. I know Liz is gonna get on that damn mic and say some fuck shit to me. She's gonna be like, well, even back when we were kids and I called him your baby boyfriend, I knew we were gonna end up here. It's like, god damn it, Liz. That's true. Good. He continued along casually, accepting all of your input. And are you thinking of writing anything yourselves? For custom vows. Just remember, it's an option, not an obligation. There's no pressure to make a custom declaration if you're not comfortable with it. Oh. I had custom vows in mind, if I'm honest. Truthfully, I hoped on doing the normal ceremony speech. I wanted to let Cove decide what he felt. Listen, I'm gonna let Cove decide. He's like, wait, bro, you're not gonna pick. He's like, what do you mean I have to make the decision? Babe, please. I think I want to write my own vows. I'm gonna be nervous either way, and there's a lot I could say. Dude, if I can't give that fucking $20 to him, I'm gonna be so mad. Listen, I've been holding out on this $20 in hopes that when we got married, I could bring up the $20 or give it to him or something. We had that one chance where we could have given it to him in step 3, but I didn't. Oh no, beginning of step 4, my bad. Right? Now I'm tweaking. What do you look? No, it was step 3. It was step 3. Sorry, I was tweaking. Then that's what we'll do. Cove's eyes squinted up from his cheeks as he smiled at you so sweetly. You were feeling butterflies already and the vows hadn't even been said.
Lovely.
Lovely, just lovely. And that is highly personal, so you each can work on them privately outside of our appointments. Baxter relaxed back in his chair and looked you both over. His smile curved widely. It was a look that made Cove nervous. You could feel him begin to fidget uncomfortably at your side. Let's talk a little more about traditions and wedding norms.
To be honest,
We're all friends here, so I'll be frank. If one of you sincerely asks not to get splattered with cake, or for whatever else, and the other does exactly the opposite simply because they think it's funny, I will personally see to it that your marriage ends. And that's actually, you know what? Stand on business, because I think the same thing, bro. I really don't think that you should shove cake in anybody's face unless you specifically get permission for that before the wedding. Because I remember seeing a video of a husband doing that to the wife. I'd been like, when this is done, it's wraps. It's wraps, bro. I don't like that shit. Don't do that to me. If you can't treat your partner and their boundaries with respect on your own wedding day, you don't deserve them as your spouse. Now, I sincerely doubt that's going to be a problem with you two, but it's an occupational hazard.
in that case,
With that said, do you have any requests pertaining to either the ceremony or the reception? We can arrange for anything special that you do want included. Well, I definitely don't want anything to happen with the cake. It should just be for eating. I'd like to do a proper cake cutting with Cove without all the mess. I want to smash some cake. Cove, you could smear it on me too. It's crazy. It'd be fun to smash some cake in Cove's face, but I wouldn't want to get any on myself. Cove should, but I wouldn't want to smash cake on him. Listen, I wanted to do cake cutting without the mess. If you touch me with that cake, bro, I'm gonna kill myself. And
Sure.
then, well, actually, I'll kill you and then myself. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can do that. Cove crossed his arms with a prudent nod. The longer he chewed on the idea, the more his lips tugged into a bent smile. And that means we could focus on what's important, eating cake. See, Cove's like, I don't want to waste the cake. I want to eat it, because y'all know Respectfully, he's a big bag. He loves eating. And you know what? I applaud that. Because I need a human garbage disposal as a partner. As a person who's very picky, if I can't dump that shit on your plate and you eat it, like, what am I supposed to do with it, huh? That's why I love Cove. Because I'll be like, here, I don't want this. Eat this shit. That would be such such a waste of perfectly good cake. I know. Speaking of, I need me some cake. Do you have cake? Share? Let me get a bite. Very well. Baxter clapped his hands together, pleased with the direction of the conversation. That's another important detail done. We should discuss who you'd like to officiate the ceremony next.
I can do that.
I can arrange for standard justice of the peace to be there, but if there's a pastor, minister, rabbi, judge, or anyone else that you have in mind, please send me their contact information. Preferably right away. I can work things out with them so we're all set for the ceremony. Unsure of what to say, Cope glanced at you. He scratched his cheek contemplatively. I don't mind having a justice of peace officiating. There is a religious figure I have in mind we could ask. I do have a certified figure in my... I don't know anybody. You could bring whoever the fuck you want. I really don't care. Me neither. He shrugged, glancing over at you to make sure. A simple justice of the peace was all you needed. Bro, who's trying to officiate the wedding? Who's trying to ball up right now? Nope, I'm getting DoorDash. My kid craving is too strong to wait to go shopping. That's so real. Sorry I made you have cake cravings and have to order from DoorDash. Wonderful. I'll get that into motion right away.
Very well.
Now, have either of you considered how you want to arrive to the ceremony? Sorry, I'm having a stroke. Will one of you come in first and then the other come down the aisle? Or perhaps you both want to enter together? To be honest, I kind of want to do traditional, where one of us goes and then the other. I mean, Cove, you have to put on a dress if you're going to be walking down the aisle a second. I'm sorry, that's just the rules. Honestly, I feel like Cove would look killer in a dress. Oh, the tattoo's got epic. I know, right? I love it. Hello, by the way, Ultra. How are you? It's fine. The craving is always there. I just try to ignore it most of the time. Lol. Oh my goodness. The other day I ordered delivery burgers and they added a free cake slice. Dude, that would have like made my entire day. Now the question is, what kind of cake you craving? I have my heart set on walking down the aisle. Cove, would you want to walk together? Oh, what are you thinking, Cove? You remain silent. Should I ask him what he thinks? Oh, cheesecake is always good. Is it just a plain cheesecake? Honestly, I prefer mostly like plain cheesecake, or if they have like a drizzle of chocolate over top, that's fine too, or like the marble one. I don't really like the strawberry or anything like that. Hello, I am here, but as a brief respite, my final year uni exam starts tomorrow morning. Bro, good luck. I hate exams, so I'm wishing you all the luck. Defo get sleep. Y'all, if you try to like pull an all-nighter and study, that's gonna make you do worse, because a sleep-deprived brain does not retain information. So prioritize your sleep over like an all night of studying. Please. From Cheesecake Factory. I like the fruity kinds. Yeah, I bet you like the fruity kinds, don't you, Black Blue? My favorite cheesecake is mango cheesecake. Your mom makes it? Okay, sure. So she's talented with it. So do I. I'm so ready to be done with studying forever. The fucking emote. I'm done. I don't know what I want. I kind of want to know what he's thinking. Like, I'd be fine either way, to be honest. What do you think, Cove? He closed his mouth, thinking over the question. His eyebrows pinched together as he imagined the various possibilities. Would you want to do it together? I would. I'd love that. Listen, I want to have him like be able to pick stuff too. I don't want to just be making the decisions. Like, we're making the decisions together. And honestly, I don't really mind walking down together. You know, equality, baby. I would. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. Exhaling his tension away, Cove closed his eyes. A weak laugh rattled through him. I think I can handle that distance without my legs giving out from under me, especially for doing it together. Thank you for doing this with me. I'm so happy, no matter what. I promise that everything's gonna be okay. I believe in you. You laugh at the idea of him tripping down the aisle. No matter what, I promise that everything's gonna be okay. His features softened with affection. Cove nodded, having complete faith in you. I'll hold you to that. And to you when we're walking. For better or worse, I hope. You both laughed at that. The last bit of tension eased in Cove's shoulders, and you knew that things were going to be alright. Funny enough, that was the first thing added to my cart. Mango key lime. God, guys, I wish I liked things. It's not fair. Like, I want to like things so bad, but like... taste buds, brain, whatever it is, they say no. Cove's face was a shade pinker from the conversation, but he was pleased with what you both settled on. You were too. That sounds lovely. Baxter clicked his pen before dropping his attention to his paperwork. He glanced back up, giving you his full attention.
Does that sound alright?
Oh, and are you intending to exchange wedding bands? It is possible to skip that. Oh no, yeah, we've got rings, baby. We were thinking that was gonna happen. We already got rings for it.
Of course.
Of course. We can easily save a moment for that in your ceremony. And a small reminder, couples generally take off engagement rings before the ceremony to wear just the wedding band during the wedding. Thanks. You couldn't help picturing the matching wedding bands you'd gotten together. They were... oh no, silver, baby. Oh, what if we got emo black ones? Wait... because I mean his wedding, or his engagement ring is like silver, I think. I don't remember if it was silver or platinum. Actually, I don't know what the difference between silver and platinum is. But it's definitely one of these two. I think it's silver. Yeah, he has an engagement ring. I probably do, but I don't know what the fuck it looks like. I remember we designed an engagement ring for him, so I kind of think maybe the black would be nice, because I know some people wear both, right? Like after they wear the engagement ring and the wedding ring. So I feel like that as a stack could look cute. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? I think silver is darker. That makes sense. That makes sense. Do engagement rings have to go on the hand? Because low-key, Cove could have a fire necklace if he swapped out that ring. Well, you're kind of facts with that. I mean, it's really kind of like whatever, yeah, like we said, you don't have to wear it. It's kind of like whatever you want to do. Like, because some people might not like, you know, wearing something on their finger, or they work with their hands a lot, so it's like they can't wear it. So yeah, like a necklace would be very cute. I don't know what I want. Like, my heart says the black one, so I think I should go with that, right? And a round band, a jeweled band, a V-shaped band, a V-shaped band with jewels. I think his engagement ring is more flashy. So I would say either a round band or a jeweled band. Do I want jewels on it? I kind of do. I don't want it to just be black. Let's do a jeweled band. The stones you'd both decided on were... you got any pink ones? Pink diamonds. Oh, I wish... oh. I mean, like, I'm going with, like, what I want. I want pink, but I want us to have different colors. Like, what if I had pink on my ring, and then his... oh, or he has pink, and then I have his colors. So I have, like, the... I need, like, a teal. They have green and blue, but I need, like, a mix. Give me some, like, blue-leaning emerald or something. I have to go pink, bro. I'm a fiend. They were incredible. But before you completely lost focus, Baxter spoke up again.
So?
So, do either of you want to have a bouquet? A small chuckle fell from Cove's lopsided grin, but Baxter was serious and waited attentively. When Cove realized that, he shrugged. I like flowers, but I don't need a whole bouquet. We should both have one. That'd be cute. And then we both throw it at the end. Seriously? The word punched out of him in a stuttering laugh. You more than like flowers, and it's your wedding. It's all right to indulge for the day. I'm going to. His lips twitched as he thought about it. You could tell that his resolve was crumbling. All right, we'll both do it. Stop. What if I threw it and Kyra caught it, and then what if he throws it and like Cliff catches it, and then they get married? I want them to get back together so bad. even though she has like that one guy. What if he shows up to the wedding, bro? What if she brings her new mans to the wedding? I'll die. Save brain cell. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's keep that ball rolling and talk about what they'll look like. Can they have white poppies? Would you mind? Girl, that's like our flower. Of course I wouldn't mind. No, those they need those, bro, period. Since the instant Baxter brought up flowers, you had been positive Cove was going to ask for those. He tried to say he didn't want one. Bitch, take your bouquet. Are there any others you'd want to be fuck, I can't speak. I'm having a stroke. That you'd want highlighted? Roses, buttercups, snapdragons, hibiscus, peonies, sunflowers, tulips, orchids. Type in your own answer. No, white poppy should be the only focal point. I don't really want to do roses. I feel like too stereotypical. Sunflowers, I'm not going yellow for the theme, so buttercups are out too. Tulips, snapdragons could be cute. Cherry blossom iced tea. Oh, wisteria. I do like wisteria, that's true. What do I want? I'm not into like flower language, so like I don't care what they mean or whatever, you know. I just like when they're pretty. Let me type in a flower name with plural usage. Carnations. I guess wisteria is kind of, because I don't think you put it like wisterias. I think it's just all, whether it's singular or plural, it's just wisteria, right? Because those are really pretty. I love those. Yeah, I never cared what they meant. Flowers just look pretty. Yes. I know it's like some people were like, oh my god, you just told that person to go kill themselves. It's like, well, don't look that deep into it. Where's the ones from Minecraft or Animal Crossing? Listen, they had Tulip on there. Wait, let me look up and make sure this is, because in my head it's all just one. Plural. Right? Yeah. Isn't wisterias? Weird. Okay. No, they're saying it could be either way. So it's whatever you want. It's simply wisteria with a specific context, like referring to different types of wisteria. The plural wisteria is also used. I'm gonna do without the S because I like it better. I like without it better, and we'll all know what it means. Wait, I'm sorry. Did that go through? I can't tell. Okay, that did go through. Oh, okay. With singular usage. I guess I'll put it in as both. That's fine. I'll just do both. I'll do both because it's giving us options for both. There we go. White poppies and wisterias. That's quite a combo, just like the two of you. With that decided, Baxter picked his pen up again and took note of your specifications. He subtly nodded as he wrote. Well, since you're having that, that means that you have the option of a bouquet tossed during the reception. Absolutely, bitch. That's the whole reason.
Huh.
Huh, that kind of sounds fun. What do you think, Luna? Yes. Definitely, we've got to do it. Cove's grin curled excitedly. Baxter's gaze lifted from his notes. Marvelous. Listen, he wanted that. What if I throw it and Baxter catches it? Oh my gosh. I think him and Derek should date just out of like, you know, me and Cove are together. Terry and Miranda are together. They're the odd ducks out. I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense that I think Baxter and Derek should date. I can't imagine why you would have a bouquet if you don't throw it. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, like, one of the comments that I didn't read was them being like, oh, we should keep one, you know, for, like, the memories. And I'm like, that's what pictures are for. I mean, I'd probably, like, pluck a few, maybe. Like, we could have did, like, oh, we'll keep one and then throw the other, but I'm okay. You know, some memories are meant to be given to others. Hold on, I gotta file my nail real quick. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. Sorry, I noticed how jagged it was on one side. Like, not jagged. That sounds like it was crazy, but it was not the way I prefer. That's about all of the basics sorted out, but we still have time to talk about the ceremony itself. There's vows, but from there you can personalize it with more rituals and such. If there's any particular tradition that you'd like to have, you're welcome to let me know.
Don't worry about it.
I don't have things I need. I'm not very traditional. I just want it to be whatever Luna hopes for.
Charming.
He's like, wow, Luna? I just want to keep the ceremony simple. I'd like to jump the broom. What? Sorry, what? Does anybody know what culture that's from? What does that mean? I'd like a sand pouring ritual. Could we do hand fasting ritual? I want to do breaking the glass. I'd like a blanket ceremony. I want to have a floral garland exchange. Oh, will there be confetti tossing when we leave? I don't know. Like, I know the breaking of the glass. I believe that is a Jewish wedding. But all the other ones, I don't know. And so I'm not going to be clicking them because I don't know what they are. And I don't want to step on toes that aren't my own. I just want to keep the ceremony simple. I do. It's an African American thing. I held the broom for my uncle's wedding. Oh, that's cool. Listen, I've been to one wedding too, Hydro. Don't worry. I've been to my cousin's wedding, and that was that. I've never been to a wedding. I got no clue what you do. At least I think it's African American. I mean, listen, I don't know any better, so I'm gonna take your word for it. I've been to so many weddings. Were any of them like good? Are the couples still together? Spill the tea. Everyone gathered together. That's all I really need. Of course. It'll be straightforward, but still lovingly refined. Content with your wishes, Cove nodded agreeingly. Very well. So, that's the ceremony. Now, any reception venue you choose will be large enough to have room for casual dancing throughout the evening, but I need to know if we should schedule for any particular kinds of dance. I need K-pop to be played. I need Mr. Brightside specifically. I need shaking ass music. All of the couples are still together. Obviously, I'm a good luck charm. Listen, that's good. I'm gonna need you to come to me and Co's wedding then, Ultra, to make sure we stay together. Word of advice for anyone who does do the broom. Holding the broom does not literally mean hold the broom. You just put it on the floor for them to jump over. I had to learn the hard way during the ceremony. Oh no, I would have been dying. I would have been like, nope, I gotta jump out the window now. Two of the weddings were each of my brothers, though. That's true. Don't be preying on their downfall. Such as a first dance between only you and Cove. Yes, I want a first dance. Both of you turned to each other curiously. A deep red blush crept across his cheeks, and when he felt overwhelmed, Cove's gaze dropped to the floor. Well, I'm taking another bite of my treat. It's hard in games where I have to talk because I can't, like, sneakily eat, you know? Like I normally do. Because, like, you know, they'll be talking, I'll be like, okay, now's my time. But this, I'm the one doing the cutscenes the whole time. Both of you turn to each other curious. I've read that shit already, sorry. Come on, bro, I'm chewing. Bruh. It's like... It's whatchamacallit? It's a fucking brownie. I swear to God. These... I don't know what it is about brownies. No matter who makes them, I feel like sometimes you have to chew them for like 20 fucking minutes. Not like 20 minutes, but it's like, there's like so much chocolate in your damn mouth, bro. I take one bite and I'm done. Sorry, I had a drink too. Now I'm out of water. You guys hear the... You hear that? There's a little bit of water left in there. Who's the purple man? Yeah, like Black Blue said, this is Baxter. We met him in step 3. Yeah. He like showed up at the start in the end, I think, and then he went away and we didn't see him the next step. No, step 2 is where we first met Derek. Baxter was 3. Yeah, back then, Baxter had, like, white and black hair, like, mixed together. And then he had, like, a half black, half white shirt with, like, eyeballs on it. Well, only if you're good with it. I would want to have a first dance. I want to have a first dance with you. Listen, I could not say... How could I say no to him, bro? He looks so happy. Cove perked up at your answer. Despite still being nervous, he gave an eager shimmy in his seat. It's the tism. Which is canon, by the way. He does his little stem dance. You beamed, overjoyed with the idea of your first dance together as a married couple. I love us. We're so cute. It would also be nice if we had dances with our own parents. It would be sweet if we had songs where we dance with each other's parents. I wanna plan a money dance. A money dance? What is that? It's still so cute that Cove asks things of you so timidly, like he still doesn't or isn't sure how you respond. I know, right? Like I wouldn't give him the freaking world if he asked for it. I don't know what a money dance is. I've never heard of that. We should have a dance with our parents and a money dance too. We should plan to dance with each other's parents and have a money dance too. Are these two not the same, or am I tripping? Oh, we should plan versus have, I guess. It would be sweet if we had songs. Should we dance with our own parents or each other's parents? I think it'd be really funny to make Cove dance with my mom's. I think it'd be really funny. Plus, you know, I gotta talk to the in-laws. Am I right? The first one is our parents. The second, I wonder if they'll give us both. I definitely do. I do want to have something with my parents. Wait, was there a chance to pick both? No. Listen, why is there no option to have, like, a dance with our own parents and also with each other's parents? Because what the fuck is a money dance? Just searched up a money dance, is when guests pin money to the bride or groom to get a dance with them. That's funny. Making big. Okay. Let's do our parents and a money dance. I think that'd be funny. That sounds like something else. Listen, strip club. See, that's when we start playing the ass shaker music. There were already a few ideas spinning around your head for the special dances you had in mind. Just thinking about it made you itch to get out of your seat and just start shaking ass. Rosie blushed just at his cheeks. Plus, I think it'd be really funny. I'm hoping we get, like, dancing scenes with, like, our friends and whatnot. I think it would be really funny. Rosie blushed just at his cheeks with a deeper pink. I think we get funny interactions. A parent dance? That'd be great, actually. And we can definitely do a money dance. Cove snickered. He hadn't initially remembered that one, but he liked the idea of it a lot. Ooh. Get out of here, bitch. His lips curved into a bent smile, imagining it. You both had a feeling that your friends and family would enjoy showering you with good fortune and well wishes. If anyone should have that kind of dance, it's us. People giving out money is kind of the theme of our relationship. He's kind of right. He's kind of right. It kind of is fitting. I wonder if you threw a plan of a honeymoon yet. I'm not sure. I wonder if they'll ask. Your mouth twitched as his comment sunk in, and then you were doubled over with laughter. You wasn't wrong. That'd be a funny way to bookend the story of how you two fell in love. Good point. I think your dad blessed us with good fortune all along. Cove smirked, sending you into another fit of giggles. Fondly thought about that pivotal day. Maybe that $20 bill was lucky. We've had each other ever since. Yeah, I guess it wasn't such a bad idea after all. Then it's settled. Baxter continued to keep track of details by jotting it down on the paper. He kept up with the pace of the conversation with words and writing easily. Oh, and speaking of the ceremony and reception, that's my area of expertise. If you're going on a honeymoon afterwards, oh, honeymoon mention, that'll be something I'd recommend perhaps a travel agent for. Or, honestly, arranging between only you two without any middleman. Cove didn't blink at the caveat.
Sure.
We'll handle that. While we're here, it's just about the day of. I get it. Fantastic. Now, back to the wedding. Do you have any sense of style you're aiming for? Is it formal, casual? Do you have a particular color you want the wedding party to wear? Are the clothes for the couple meant to be a surprise for the ceremony, or would you prefer picking that out together? I'm not sure. And also, what about hair? I can brush my hair out so it could be fancier, though it's not important. I can keep it the same. Good question. What do you think, Luna? You considered the series of inquiries and responded by saying, I'd like a casual feel personally. I was hoping for a formal occasion. Listen, I'm going for... First of all, lipstick in my Valentino white bag. First of all, I will be wearing a wedding dress. And I want one that has, like, the long, like, lacy sleeves. And something that's, like, you know, it's gonna go down to the floor. Not, like, all the way to the floor, but, like, maybe a little bit of a long train. I don't know. Listen, I don't even plan on getting married in real life. But whenever I look at, like, whenever I see wedding dresses, I loved watching Say Yes to the Dress, by the way. Whenever I see wedding dresses, I love a long sleeve wedding dress. I don't know. I just think they look better. But maybe it's also because I'm insecure about my arms. We could do something in between formal and casual. I can go with whatever level of formality Cove is good with. I want it to be formal. Yeah, I can be formal for our own wedding. And... Ooh, who's buzzing me? Shut up. Why did my friend just sent me, hey, is anyone on Marcus the Worm TikTok? I don't know what the fuck that means. It doesn't matter to me what the wedding party wears. Who now? Whoever, let me see. Whoever Marcus the Worm on TikTok. I don't know who the, what that is or who that is. Y'all know main color pink, you already know, period.
Sounds good.
He's like, yes, he's yes-endearing me, right? Also, I'd love to surprise you with my outfit during the wedding. I want him to be gagged. Not like that. Like, I want him when he sees me to be like, oh my god. Do you think, should we do secret to no secret? That sounds like a Pidgey message. Surprisingly, it wasn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if I went to Pidgey right now and was like, do you know this man? Do you know Marcus the Worm? Listen, I'm thinking of that when we were in Call Hydro on I think it was Kylie's stream, and you were like, "Oh, you don't know Kevin? You don't know what it means when you call somebody Kevin?" And I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck?" Like, you can't be like, "Oh, you don't know this," when the slang of the day literally changes every fucking 3 seconds. Bro said, "Oh, you don't know this thing that was invented the other day?" I'd love to surprise you with my outfit during the wedding. I mean, it depends. I'd love to, I don't know what I want. In a way, like, I you know. I mean, I'm saying I'd love to surprise you. That'd be nice. I would like if yours is more of a full suit set, though. I don't know. What do we want Cove to be wearing? Get on my hand. Y'all don't know Gert. Listen. What's funny is like, listen, not to be old as shit, but I remember when I was in high school, for some reason, my friends and I were using the word Gert. I don't even remember what it was for, but I just have a distinct memory of seeing, like, one of those, like, old, like, glitter word gifs. So, like, it would be, like, whatever word, and it would be, like, glittery, and it would, like, spin, and it just said Gert. I, like, just have a full memory of that. I mean, if I'm going full glam, like, he needs to match, right? Full suit set. What is, like, simple outfit? Like, I don't know what he means by that. I would like if yours is more of a full set suit, though. Should I let him pick? Jesus, y'all were predicting the future, bro. I was making OG brain rot. Should I just let him pick? Should I let him pick? Let me see what he says if I let him pick. And Cove. Yeah, I think full suit would be a 3-piece. I don't know if, like, simple would be just, like, maybe, like, I don't know, just pants and blazer. So simple is just pants and shirt. I guess full set. Oh, okay, wait. We get to pick. If we do full set, we get to pick. Okay, so we have, like, with a jacket, vest, tie, and corsage. Like, with a jacket, vest, and tie. Isn't a corsage, the flower thingy for, like, proms? Or, yeah, like, on that go on the wrist? Is corsage the wrist? I had, me and my friend Mark, we went to prom together, but I was wearing, like, a suit. And so he got me with the thing that you pin on your suit. I don't know what the fuck that shit's called, though. I don't remember which one's which. All I remember is the High School Musical lyric where the boys are like, "Don't know what a corsage is." And so, yeah, I think that's the one that goes around the wrist. I don't know if they both have the same name or a different name. But yeah. To be honest, I don't even know what a 3-piece looks like. Fancy. Fancy. It's either pinned on the suit or the wrist. It's both the same thing. Oh, okay, word. Like with a jacket, vest, and corsage. Like with a vest, tie, and corsage. Like with a jacket, tie, and corsage. I mean, if he's gonna go full, he gotta go full, right? Like, if we're going crazy, if we're going sicko mode, you gotta do the whole 9 yards, Pookie Bear. It's one night. I can manage that for one day. No problem. What about colors? Oh, okay. Y'all, this is for real. Okay. How about red for the shirt? You could try orange for the shirt. Would you do a yellow shirt? Green would be a good choice for the shirt. My vote goes for the blue shirt. Purple would be majestic for the shirt. Go pink for the shirt. White for the shirt, please. You should pick the color of the shirt. What should I say? I mean, I'm thinking suit is just black, to be honest. Luna goes sicko mode, real, not clickbait. I don't even remember what I said to trigger that, but real. Oh my god. You should get a nosegay? Oh, what? What? What do you mean? What does that mean? What color? Should he wear pink for me? Pink shirt and then black, suit? It's like a corsage, but it's held in your hand. Oh, okay. Oh, see, what if for the corsage, he has, like, the... He has got, like, the white poppy again. So that way, like, even when we don't have the bouquets, he could have it. I'm gonna say pink. Because I want the suit to be black. I think that'd be cute. Black pants. Black jacket. Black vest. And Cove... It would be wonderful to see you with a fancier hairstyle. I like your normal hairstyle. I want to see what happens if we... Because I do love this hairstyle. I do. But it's the wedding, right? He should have a fancy hairstyle? What do y'all think? Okay, I'll do it. I wonder if he'll do the pony. Or if he'll do, like... He said he'll brush it. So I wonder if he'll come back with his slick back middle part. Cove would look vicious with a slick back hair. Bro, and just like a little bit... Just like one little hair like on the forehead. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll do it. Excellent work. I know this has all been a lot of Q&Aing. There's much to consider for this big event. Then Baxter's pen was placed back into the pocket it had come from. He ran his free hands along the smooth inside edges of his jacket.
Thank you.
Thank you two for being so forthcoming. I've got a strong idea of where this is going now. I'm already looking forward to the next meeting when we can truly get into specificities.
Oh?
That's everything? We're leaving? Yes, you can go, or you can stay if you want. That's the actual end of the session, but I'm not throwing you out. That's alright. Bye. Cove awkwardly waved Baxter off, despite still being seated and not going anywhere yet. He had gotten so into the discussion of the wedding, he'd forgotten his usual stiffness around Baxter for a time, but that spell broke. Baxter accepted the answer and pushed off the armrest of the chair to stand up straight. You and Cove followed his motion, getting up out of your own seats together. The wedding planner took one stride closer to the center of the room and reached out his hand towards you. You shook it. You give him a friendly nudge to the arm and said, you offered a fist bump. You shook. Look, I'm not hugging. We're not hugging. I'll shake the hand. He grinned while giving your hand one satisfying shake. It's great that you're Baxter. I have to do that. I'm sorry. That's really fucking funny to me. He snorted loudly, highly entertained.
Goodbye.
Goodbye for today, Luna. I'm glad to have seen you. Then he offered the same gesture to Cove. Your partner accepted it casually, giving Baxter's hand a solid shake. Take care, Baxter. Thanks, and same to you. You've got a wedding to be ready for. Don't forget to look out for yourself and your fiancé. I'll remember. The two men released each other's hands after the electricity from each other's eyes sparked, settling the agreement to take this chance and put a new foot towards their relationship. With that, the two of you found your way out of the office building. The pop and subsequent click from the opening and closing of the doors played out in sync between you and Cove. As he buckled in for the ride back, Cove commented on the experience. The sentence was hesitant and had an upward bend that made it sound like a question. So what do you think? So that went well? Before you could respond to the not exactly a question statement, Cove continued on with a new actual question. I'm still trying to figure out if you and Baxter are still friends or just acquaintances now. We're like a weird limbo, I think. Where it's like, maybe if I was a little bit nicer to him back in the day, like, we could be more like friends. But because I let Cove be antisocial. And I was like, yeah. I mean, we got Baxter Ward as our planner somehow. But he seems good at what he does, right? Oh, I'm fucking... What did I just run over? That was weird. What is that? It sounded like my chair crunched over or something, but I didn't see anything. Is it there still? I guess I didn't. I don't know. But he seems good at what he does, right? He put his hands on the wheel and peeked at you through the reflection in the overhead mirror. Right, Baxter will do wonderfully. I just hope he doesn't suggest a monochrome color scheme, you joked. He is absolutely the guy for the job. I don't know. As long as he's grown out of hitting on both of us, it should be fine. You didn't have an answer for him. He's like, I don't know, bruh. Listen, I'm gonna say, I just hope he doesn't suggest a monochrome color scheme.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly. Cove had pulled out of the parking lot as he spoke. The wheels rumbled easily down the newly developed city streets of the area. But that was the end of Cove's attempts at conversation making. He went entirely quiet. The pensive look on his face didn't allow you to relax into a normal, comfortable silence. Oops, I accidentally double-tapped. Cove, are you okay? You good, son? What's going on? His mood easily lifted back up at the sound of his name. Forgetting all that Baxter stuff, I'm just really happy we're doing this. Sometimes I still can't believe we're together. We're engaged, and soon we're gonna be married. It's incredible, and it never stops feeling like that. I don't think I'll ever be used to it, not really. I feel the same way! I feel the same way, Pookie. His cheeks squished at his eyes from the size of his grin. Nothing could stop him from looking forward to the upcoming occasion. Finally, the lack of words felt right between the two of you. You took the chance to let the day sink in as best you could. You took the chance to let the sink in. He's been outside for entirely too long. After all the years you've known him, you are now going to have a wedding with him. Wow! After all the years you've known Cove. Sorry, I didn't even say his name. The scenery slipped by faster than your eyes could keep up with as you got further and further into your own thoughts. Then, suddenly, the day had ended, and you were drifting off to sleep in Cove's arms, as usual. Oops. It was early afternoon when you stepped outside, breathing in the good weather. The gentle breeze warmed your skin while you waited for Cove. He wasn't far behind, but there was still a serene moment to watch the puffy white clouds move across the sky. You were grateful for that because the second you both hopped into Cove's car, your brain was filled to the brim with wedding planning once again. Before you could progress any further, you needed to cross one of the most important details off the list, officially putting the wedding party together. This was the goal for today. Despite the nervous energy fluttering in your stomach, you were already anticipating the stops and phone calls planned. Peeking over at Cove, you hoped he was too.
Are you okay?
Are you doing alright, Luna? I have high hopes for today, and that's scary. But otherwise, I'm okay. What about you? Cove turned away while his eyebrows pinched together. His grip on the steering wheel tightened briefly before he made himself relax the stiffness in his pose. Tense, but good. Better than good, really. I'm excited. Me too. Every time you imagine the conversations you'd have today, they all boil down to the same feeling: joy. The people you picked were all important figures in your life, and you just couldn't wait to see how they'd take the news. Cove nodded and added a happy hum in response. And with that, you were on the road home. Naturally, Cove navigated the car towards the old neighborhood. It was soothing, winding down the familiar paths of your childhood. You spent so many years expanding your world little by little on foot, and then by car. The older you grew, the further you went, but there was always a place back there for you. Cove parked along the upper end of the street. Side by side, you headed out, aiming for his dad's condo. Your first visit for the day, Cove wanted to ask his father to be his best man, and you'd be there for him. Cove's newly outstretched hand was halfway to the doorknob when he paused uncharacteristically. Actually, I'm gonna knock. I think he'll just be happy to see you no matter what. The warmth intensified in Cove's expression. His hand changed direction and he gave the door 2 firm knocks. It didn't take Mr. Holden long to answer the door. His initial shock quickly melted into a cheery grin. He said,
Come
"My
on."
boy!" "Hey, come in, come in." His attention bounced back and forth between you and Cove as he moved aside to let you stroll on in. "Hey, Dad, how are you?"
Great.
"I'm great, sport." "Cool, well, Cove stalled. Bro, I know bro thinks I'm pregnant right now." He's like, "I don't know, man, why are you so nervous? You know, when I was younger, I already had you." Oh my gosh. Cove stalled, bashfully staring down at his feet and rubbing the back of his neck. You knew just how important this was to him. He took a deep breath and didn't wilt under his dad's growing concern.
So?
Sorry. Hold on. Get over there. Oh my god. I'm dropping fries on the floor. Hold on, I'm making a damn mess, you guys. Oh my god, get off the floor, bitch. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm making a mess. No, I'm kidding. It's actually not that bad. I just have the world's poorest planning. Average moment for me, though. Okay. Okay, we're back. When I get my headphones. I gotta get my headphones back on. Okay, here we go. Y'all, let me know if you know any good earbuds. Because I don't like over-the-ear headphones. But, like, these headphones suck ass. These ones that I have. So I don't know better ones though. So if you have any good like wired earbuds, let me know. So Luna and I were talking about the wedding and I realized that I needed to ask you about something. Sorry, can't help you. I only use over the ear. That's so fair. That's so fair, bro. I mean, I just don't like the over the ear because I don't like it on my ears, but also those like gamer head dent videos that I've seen have scared me. Like, I'm like, what if that happens to me? I don't think it would, but like that's just added to it. I'm like, what if I don't want to get a gamer headphone dent. I feel like my head is already like a weird shape. You just can't see it because I have hair. I'm all ears, son. Whatever you need, I'm your guy. I love over the ear so much more, but they mess up my hair so much I have to use earbuds. Really? I wonder if you could wear yours like, I know some people wear like where like the part that usually goes on top of your head either goes like in front of your neck or behind your neck. I don't know if you've tried it that way. If that's better or worse for you. Cove swallowed nervously and nodded. Then the corner of his mouth started to perk up. I was wondering if you might be alright being my best man in the wedding party. Mr. Holden slammed his hand to his chest, clutching his heart. You waited for any kind of sign of life. A part of you wasn't even sure if he was breathing until he finally gasped in a lungful of air.
Are you sure?
Cove, you don't have to do that. Cove's brows bent up, but his delicate smile grew wider. Nobody's forcing me. This is what I want.
That's...
Dad, you've always supported me. Through the good and bad, for my whole life, you've taken care of me. His expression was earnest, and as he stepped forward, your chest swelled with pride, listening to Cove's honest plea. Why would I want somebody else to be my best man? Completely touched, Mr. Holden grasped his son by the shoulders, and then wrapped him in a hug. Cove embraced him just as tightly and rested a cheek on his dad. There's nothing in this world that would stop me from being there for my boy.
Thanks.
Sheesh! Sorry. My hair doesn't like it like that, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Thanks, Dad. I'm surprised somebody hasn't done like, I don't know. I don't even know how you could do like over the ear headphones, but like without the part, you know? Sniffling. Like, I guess they if they tried to do like a combination of those ones that like hook on your ear, but somehow are also like over the ear. I don't even know. Sniffling, Cove's voice came out softly and laden with emotion. With teary eyes, Cliff invitingly reached out an arm out to you. Yeah. That simple invitation instantly had your vision clouded with tears. The Holdens felt like family to you, and right now it really settled in how much all of you were now, without question, family. Inching forward, you let yourself be pulled into their loving embrace. You clung onto them both. Finally, Cliff pulled back, letting his shaking form settle again. Well, I'm sure you're both busy, so I won't keep you. Mr. Holden crossed his arms. Despite the misty eyes, he beamed, taking in the sight of you and Cove. But I really appreciate you both coming by, and I'm around if either of you ever need anything. Thanks, and yeah, we need to invite the rest of the wedding party before we see the wedding planner later. You were our very first stop today. Mr. Holden managed to brighten even more hearing that. Cove shyly nodded and rubbed his arm.
Nice work.
Very good. You're being so responsible. I won't hold you up on your way. I actually do have headphones that clip onto the ears. Fashion functionality. But yeah, find the model because it might be good for these guys. Back in front hair, but I look so strange that I just avoid it. That's so real. Thanks, again. I guess we're on to the next stop? You glanced over at Cove. He nodded surely, and you felt a calming surge of confidence. Have fun spreading the good news. We will. Bye, Dad. See you soon. The sun was warm on your skin as you left Mr. Holden's house. Stretching your arms overhead, you pivoted to Cove, feeling refreshed. Y'all mind if I do a quick BRB and get some more water? Because, you hear that? It's empty! I'm dying of dehydration. I probably am also going to need to refill the ice cube tray, so... Give me a minute. Oh, not end! Not end! Whoopsies! BRB! Let me give you your should I put the wedding music back on? No. Yeah, sure. And jump scare, oh my gosh. No, here, enjoy your wedding beats, and I'll be back. I'll be back. Rah. Okay. We're back. I fucking spilled water on myself. Not like a lot, but you know, I was thirsty, so I had to drink some. I had to drink some ahead of time. You can't blame me. Can't blame me. You know, you ever do that where like you're pouring water in a cup or something, and then you also like have a straw in the cup, and you just start drinking the water as you're pouring it? I mean, that wasn't the case this time, but I used to do that. I'd be filling up my cup while I'm drinking from the same cup. I was like, listen, I just need to get my fill and then some. Listen, well, I'm not pouring it like crazy fast, you know, just like a little light pour. But this time, there was a little bit of water left in the container. So I just like, I just drank that shit from the container. And then it was not a container that you're meant to be drinking out of. It was like one of those ones that has like the lid and like you flip up the one part and it's got the hole so you can push it out of. I had to like take the lid, you know, like the actual lid off the thing. And, well, like I said, that was not made to be drank out of, but I did. And so I'm drinking it and it's a fucking circle. So obviously that shit spilled on the one side. But I was like, you know, it is what it is. Don't worry, that's okay, Hydro, don't worry. We'll just keep our eyes out for it. But we know it exists now, so. Never a dull moment on a Haunted Luna stream. That's how we like it, baby. That's how we like it. We keep it quirky, we keep it fresh. In fact, you want to know something? I'm standing right now. Sometimes, I mean, I don't usually do this, but like recently, you know, I've been sitting like my legs with a pretzel. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make myself stand up because my poor knees are going through it. Because like I can only sit crisscross because like that's what I find the most comfortable, and like I cannot have my feet on a damn floor. So I'm like, well, you know, if you can't act right, you can't sit right, but you gotta stand. so now I'm just standing, chilling. Anyways, back to the story. Actually, let me minimize my Spotify. There we go. The sun was warm on your skin as you left Mr. Holden's house. Stretching your arms overhead, you pivoted to Cove, feeling refreshed. Ready?
Come on.
Yep, let's go. Come on, let's go. I actually spill water when I'm drinking it all the time, even if the water bottle is normal. Just flopping. Bro, my sister makes fun of me all the time because, like, if I'm, like, drinking out of, like, a bottle, like, something I have to, like, lift up when I'm walking, like, you know, I'm afraid of spilling, so, like, I'd be like, huh? And my sister's like, come on now, bro. I mean, I'm better now, but, like, when I was younger, yeah, I could not, like, walk and drink at the same time. I mean, like, I like to think I'm better now, but, like, I don't really have many opportunities to walk and, like, have, like, a bottle. With one last glance around the neighborhood, you silently said goodbye. There was so much more to do today, and that would require hitting the road again. Humming to yourself, you watched Cove bring the car towards the city. Your next visit would be a meetup with Terry Miranda in their neck of the woods. You couldn't wait. I mean, yeah, I mean, didn't I say Miranda's on my side, Terry's on his side? You did tell them in advance that the wedding planning was bringing you and Cove out that way, so your friends were expecting you today. Well, that's good. But as far as you knew, they didn't have any idea what you two were preparing to ask. Pulling into the parking lot along the street, Cove was in high spirits. He eagerly hopped out of the car, and you caught up to him with light steps. You weren't that far away from the car when you heard familiar, friendly shouts nearby. You spotted Terry and Miranda running along the brick path to meet you and Cove halfway.
Hey, buddies.
Hello. It's so good to see you. Hey, long time no see. You and Cove hurried over to meet with them. He waved widely. Hey, thanks for coming down. Luna and I have something to talk to you about, and it's really nice to be able to do it in person. Neither of them dared to interrupt, but Terry and Miranda did share a silent look. They both seemed eager to know the details. Terry, could you be a groomsman in my wedding party?
Finally!
Yes, I made the cut! Get some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts. I still can't walk and drink. I feel like I'm gonna choke and die. Listen, you're so real and valid for that. I would never judge. My coordination is not the best as is. Real dyspraxia moment. Thrilled, he threw a satisfied fist in the air. Terry's grin stretched ear to ear. Does that mean you accept? I think that's a good sign. We did a good job deciding the parties. Teasingly, you continue to scrutinize your friends, and Terry crossed his arms defensively. I'm a groomsman, and you can't take it back. It's set in stone.
I mean...
We could take it back. No! Cove snickered, leaning down towards you. And Miranda, will you be a wedding crewmate in my wedding party? I'm deciding you all have to dress up as pirates right now.
Thanks.
Yes, I accept. Thank you so much. That would be wonderful, Luna. Terry cheered again, pulling Miranda in for a one-armed side hug. You matched their excitement. Go Team Cove! No, Team Luna forever! I think we're all one big team. My party is 1,000 times better than Cove's. Listen, my team could kick your team's butt, and 2 of the members on your team are your parents. Don't look at the fact that one of mine is my sister and the other one is my cousin. Go Team Luna. Ah. You cheerily moved your hand like you were waving a flag. That got a hearty laugh out of both Terry and Miranda. Team Luna and Cove's wedding forever. Terry pushed his hands down his hips and nodded sagely.
Agreed.
That's the truth, Randy. Seriously, thanks for this.
Yep.
Yeah, it's super nice to include us in your wedding parties. Of course, you guys are like one of our longest friends. We couldn't imagine the wedding any other way. Thanks for meeting up with us today. It's nothing, but you'll probably have to get going now, huh? Yeah, we have a meeting with the wedding planner pretty soon. The Baxman. With a curt shake of his head, Cove rolled his eyes, completely unamused. Miranda's brow furrowed. Wait, I thought you were joking when you mentioned that. Is he really planning your wedding? He is. Wow. Oh, wow.
Preposterous.
I remember when we were all here watching free-range fireworks. And now you 2 are getting married and Baxter is the one planning it. Preposterous. It definitely is something. But that's what we're doing, and we're gonna do it now. We're gonna go do it now. Cove awkwardly rubbed his arm. Understanding, Terry gave him a thumbs up. Safe travels. Bye, have fun. Thanks again. We'll see you both soon. My nose is itchy. Terry and Miranda remained on the walkway while you and Cove returned to the car. When you were alone again, you spoke up. That was good. Yeah. He wasn't facing you, but you could still admire the happy curve of his lips. It was nice to visit your friends for a while, and it was even better to have another thing set for the big day. With a determined stare, Cove pulled his phone out and plugged Baxter's office into the GPS map. Once it was all set, he put the car in drive, and you both were on your way home once more. Home. I just added that sentence in there, or that word in there. While Cove drove, you pulled your phone out and scrolled through your contacts list like the nosy little bitch you are. The rest of this task would have to be done long distance, so you turned the speaker up and made the call. Dialing up your big sister, you set the phone to speaker. Liz, pick up! Hold on, I'm drinking. Thankfully not doing it while I'm walking. Dialing up your big sister, you set the phone to speaker. You were already expecting the inevitable... Excuse me, who said you could fall, and how'd you even do that? Come here, bitch. I need to go this way. Oops. Dialing up your big sister, you set the phone to speaker. You were already expecting the inevitable jokes she'd have up her non-sleeves.
Hello, Luna. What do you need to inform me of?
Hello, hi to you too, Liz.
Oh, hi, Cove.
This is gonna be good. She's such a little shit. Somebody come get her. Liz's intrigued tone became teasing, realizing she was on speaker. Oh my god. I guess you can't even pretend to have a normal conversation first.
No.
She said it.
You're planning a wedding. You have to have something in the works by now.
You could tell by the way Cove quietly took a deep breath that he was conflicted. In your gut, you knew he wanted to admonish her and shake his head, but she wouldn't see that. It's always nice to talk to you, Liz. Fine, let's cut to the chase. She's right, Cove. I'm so glad my big sis is on the ball.
So you do have wedding news to share. And?
Cove and I were hoping that you'd be a wedding crewmate for me.
I knew it! The only reason you both would be calling like this would be to ask something like that.
Yeah, you're very clever for cracking the case.
And that's correct. It makes sense, and of course you'd request me to be involved with the wedding.
Liz cracked up over the line. She needed some time to collect herself, but when she did, she spoke much more earnestly this time.
Thank you.
But that aside, honestly, I'd love to be in your
And that's how I feel. But that aside, honestly, I'd love to be your wedding crewmate. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you. This means a lot to me.
Me too, little sister.
I'm glad that you're gonna be a part of this too, Liz. It's natural that you would be. You've been here all along, for better and worse.
Rude.
Rude, but fair. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Cool, we gotta go and do more wedding things. Talk to you later.
Keep me updated. Bye.
Bye, Liz. Now I gotta talk to my favorite cousin. Hey, girl! And with that, you could happily check off another box off your to-do list. That was another invitation sent and accepted. Taking a deep breath. You pulled out the contact for the next person on your mind. You hit the call button and waited. Eagerly, you waited for your cousin to pick up. Cove noticed out of the corner of his eye that you positioned the phone a little further away than normal. He nodded in agreement with that decision.
Hi. Hey, Luna. How's the wedding planning going? Any news?
Here we go. Despite his amused tone, Cove still held the wheel more tightly, bracing for the volume of the coming conversation. Lee was clearly excited for any potential scoop.
Oh, was that Cove? Hi!
Hi, Lee. She uncharacteristically remained silent after the greetings, waiting patiently for what this was all about. Hey, Lee?
Yeah? Would you be my maid of honor?
She gasped dramatically before launching to a series of high-pitched questions.
Seriously? The maid of honor? Me? Really?
You chuckled comparatively quietly, definitely glad you chose to keep the phone at a distance. Yup, Lee, you. You're definitely the right person. There's no one else I'd want to do this with, Lee. Who else would I pick? It'll be fun. There's no one else I'd want to do this with. For a long time now, when you thought about your wedding, Lee was always there cheering you on. Listen, she was always the one that I was like, oh my god, I love Cove. And she was like, girl, go out with him. And I was like, I can't. Like, she's been my ride or die, bro, since she got introduced. Like, I always be telling her, I'm like, oh, I want him so bad. He's so fine. And she's always been there hyping me up. So, like, she had to be the maid of honor. She was shipping this from the second I breathed about it. For a long time now, when you thought about your wedding, Lee was always there cheering you on. You knew this was where you wanted her. Seriously, I can't imagine the day without you as my maid of honor.
Totally, yes! I'm in, you know I am.
Yes!
Oh, I'm just still stunned about everything. My cousin is getting married. This is gonna be amazing.
Thank you, Lee. We appreciate the support.
That's what family is for. I'm always just a phone call away.
Thanks, Lee. We have some more wedding-related things to do, so we'll pick this up again later.
Works for me. Good luck with the planning, and I expect a detailed report face-to-face soon.
Of course. Bye, Lee.
Bye, Luna.
Bye. I'm still here.
I'd never forget you. Bye.
Energized, you hung up, already awaiting the next time you'd see Lee in person. Stretching your arms out, you pleasantly took in the world rolling by out the window. Taking a deep breath, you pulled up the contact for the next person on your mind. You hit the call button and waited. Who the fuck am I calling? Oh, are we calling Kyra? Staring at Kyra's name, you hoped that she wasn't too busy. She luckily picked up after only a couple of rings.
Hello, Luna, and hello, baby.
Hi, Mom.
Huh?
Hi, Mom. How'd you know I was here? Girl, we are never one place without the other unless we're, like, working. I think it's just automatic to assume where one is, the other would follow. How does Lee look better every time I see her? Bro, it's just the magic. It's just the magic. She really does. She looks so cute with the shorter pink hair.
Come on.
When are you ever far from Luna? Especially with what's been happening lately.
Yeah.
How are my best kids doing?
Good. Really good. Luna and I are actually having something that we needed to talk to you about. Ask you, maybe?
Oh, I'm all ears.
I was hoping that you'd be a groomswoman in my wedding party.
My baby.
Aw, my heart. Yes, of course I'll be your groomswoman. You can count on me.
I'm so glad.
Thanks, Mom. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
We have to keep going with more planning, but we'll talk to you later, okay?
Makes sense.
Good luck, my babies, and take care. I'll see you both again soon.
Thanks again. Bye. Bye, Mom. Cove was elated when you ended the call. One more successful invitation was checked off the to-do list. Now he's gotta go to Baxter's place, right? Leaning back into your chair, you finally put your phone away and slid your attention towards Cove with an easy smile. The high excitement was fading and leaving a comfortable tiredness in its place, but you wouldn't trade the joy and support you got today for anything. Cove gave a little cheer out over your mutual success.
Yeah.
We did it! We have wedding parties! Cove didn't take his focus off the road, but you would hear every bit of relief in his voice. The corner of his mouth curved. But, I mean, I guess it's not exactly surprising that things went fine, but it's still hard to act casual about any of this. I know how you feel. It matters as much to me, too. I can't believe it's happening. It's okay to lighten up, you know, bro. Well, you wouldn't be Cove if you weren't panicking just a little. That is true, also. It matters as much to me, too. I can't believe it's happening. The look on Cove's face crumpled sweetly with emotion. He's so cute. I just want to, like... just want to grab him. Squish him in my hand like a squish ball. Your voice broke, feeling momentarily overwhelmed. You're just my Pookie Bear. Cove, we're getting married.
Me too.
I know. I keep having to pinch myself to make sure I'm not dreaming. Maybe I should pinch you, just in case. Maybe, and I reach over and I'm making like little crab pincers with my thumb and pointer finger. I'm like, come here, I'm gonna pinch you. And listen, he's got all the arms exposed, so it's easy pinching spots. If he wasn't driving and able to kill us. Sighing, Cove swatted the air in joking defense of himself. You giggled and he rolled his eyes, pretending he wasn't just as amused.
All right.
Okay. Let's hurry to Baxter's office. There's a whole rest of a wedding to plan for. Yes, dear. Right. Hey, Pookie, we're back. A new day and another visit to your new wedding planner came down the river rushing. Wow, I don't think I read any of that correctly. Let me have another drink of my water. Considering I took all that time to pour it, I might as well drink some. A new day and another visit to your new wedding planner came down the rushing river that was your life at this minute. You, Cove, and Baxter were settled into the same spots as the appointment prior, but there wasn't any of that initial shock. Instead, things started off with a simple greeting. Hey, we have the wedding party down now? Everyone we wanted accepted. Oh, you work faster than I do. Wonderful. I'll check it off and we can move fully forward. I hope you're excited. I couldn't be more excited. I could take it or leave it. You bet your butt. I couldn't be more. Cove stutteringly giggled over the conversation. He's like, hee hee. He's literally kicking his feet, giggling, twirling his hair.
Me too.
Well, he pulled out his pen while crossing his legs in a fluid motion. Our company has its own in-house photographer for your event, so that's taken care of. But here's the meal, catering, cake, and any other dessert you want. I want a cake. You want all the food, Cove, don't lie. Baxter coyly grinned at the abrupt interruption, unbothered. I'm sure you'll get your treat then. Along with those are the outfits for you both. And you'll naturally need to decide where the ceremony and reception will be held. If you're feeling unprepared to make a call on any of that now, we could always start with the dance lessons. What are you feeling? Knowing where the wedding is gonna be is pretty important to get done, but on the other hand, it's such a big thing, it's kind of intimidating to think about. Cove tilted his head back and forth, mentally working through his option on the matter. Baxter watched the struggle for a moment before bringing it back up. Luna, any thoughts for your to-be husband? He's like, helpless man. Let's design a cake. Baxter, listen, he likes food. This should be the best part, right? If they pull up a cake decorator, this is going to be the best game of all time. I'm just saying, if they had a cake decorator, this game would be an 11 out of 10. Like, I figure it's just going to be like the text boxes again, but I love a cake decorator. If your game has a cake decorator, you're goated. Love and Deep Space for birthdays has a cake decorator, and it's great. I love it. I actually went a little bit harder on the last cake that we did. I think it was Silas's birthday. And I just like making the cakes, bro. I did a one for Raphael, and he's like the mermaid man. So I think that one I did a lot more beachy, but this one was all like black and red. I do play Love in Deep Space. I changed things. I don't use BlueStacks anymore. I use what's it called? Mumu, I think. Yeah, I switched to Mumu because BlueStacks. You called it, bro. BlueStacks is ass. They kept freezing on one chapter, and so like I couldn't go on anymore, which means like I couldn't get Silas, bro. Or no, it was during the Raphael part. It was like during the Raphael part I couldn't get it, and I was like, bro, I need my lore. Unlike some people, I like playing the main story, and I like doing the battle stuff. Like, bro, and mind you, I have a vertical monitor. I know I mention it all the time, but I have a vertical monitor, so it looks real nice up on my big old monitor over here. So it's like, you know, y'all have it on your little baby phone. Yeah, we are not the same, baby. Y'all can guess. I don't remember if I've said it. I might have said it out loud before, but you guys, if you want, you can guess who my favorite in 11 Deep Space is. You can take a guess. Baxter nodded his head, confirming that he registered your choice. Beside you, Cove's excitement had bubbled over. He was bouncing in his seat, too eager to restrain himself.
Yeah.
Good idea, Luna. I'm definitely ready to plan treats. His open enthusiasm tickled you, eliciting an adoring chuckle that slipped out. Across the table, Baxter joined you with a soft laugh of his own. Meanwhile, Cove seemed oblivious to your amusement. Oh, also, Moo is, like I said, way better than BlueStacks right now. So if you're looking for an Android emulator to play shit like that, defo recommend Moo over BlueStacks. It's a lot nicer. It's a lot nicer. Meanwhile, Cove seemed oblivious to your amusement. You figured he was too lost in imagining delicious cakes to notice what was happening around him. What you needed now was for someone to turn those dreams into reality. The agency had worked with suppliers of all kinds, so Baxter had a list of bakeries that they recommended for weddings. You and Cove had a few personal favorites too. Together, you reviewed the websites for all potential bakeries. Baxter had a wealth of handy tips of what to keep in mind when it came specifically to commissioning wedding cakes for you to take into consideration. The three of you whittled away the options until you finally settled on the one you wanted. With that decided, Baxter contacted them to arrange a meeting so you could select the flavors and discuss design ideas before working out practicalities. He easily secured a time that worked perfectly for both you and Cove. That brought you to the end of the meeting. The decision of which bakery to choose, the scheduling, briefing them on your basic requirements, had taken up all the remaining time you had with Baxter for today. The three of you rose from your seats, one after the other.
Goodbye for today.
It's been great to see you. Yeah, I can't believe next time we see you, we'll have our wedding cake picked out. Right, if everything goes to plan. Of course. I'm sure you'll have a great time together. I look forward to hearing what you decide on. Though I won't be there in person, you can always text me if you want advice during the process. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure Kovia is going to be on top of this, but I appreciate it nonetheless. It was reassuring to know that Baxter would be able to help guide you if you got stuck, though you doubted that would happen, considering what a big bag your husband is, or sorry, soon-to-be husband. He waved goodbye as you and Cove left the office for the day. Ooh, oh my god, we get to actually go pick up the cake. I'm gagged. The light tinkling of a bell over the door announced your arrival as you and Cove stepped inside, where you were immediately welcomed by a pleasant waft of sweet scents. The bakery was a delight for the senses even before you'd taken a single bite. Decked out in a pretty shade of pink, it was impossible to miss. Okay, you guys. I'm really holding out. I really want a cake decorating game so bad. Cove closed his eyes and inhaled deeply. There was a soft air of cakes and pastries baking in the oven, tinged with warm spices like cinnamon and nutmeg. The display case was full of the daily selection of mouth-watering delicacies, neatly lined up and ready to be taken away. Bro, this is literally like putting a dog with like some treats. Is it Xavier or Caleb? It's Xavier. What made you think that? What made you think that? What made you think that? Just asking. Clocking me immediately, bro. Clocking me immediately. That's so funny. You're just like, I just knew. The vibes, bro. It's so funny. He looks like you're tight. You're right. The fact is, you're right. You're right. You just are. Listen, what was funny is the reason why I even wanted to play Love and Deep Space is because I saw this video of like Xavier moments or whatever, and I just thought he was so funny. Like, I don't know, like his like style of humor just made me laugh, made me giggle. And I was like reading the comments and being like, I can't believe people don't think Xavier's funny, blah blah blah, whatever. And I was like, wait, people don't like this guy? Or like he's not that popular? And it's like, it's always me. I always pick like the least popular choice. I don't know why, bro. I get caught lacking like that all the time. And right now they have a freaking banner that's running for him to get like these 2 cards with Lumiere. And I'm so mad because I know my free-to-play ass is not getting them. I've been having such bad luck with pulls because, like I said, I'm a free-to-play player. So I gotta be like grinding for them freaking gems wherever I can. And dude, I'm gonna be running out of options soon. Let's just say that. like I literally did 120 levels on the fucking Tobias, whatever that shit was called. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. For the record, I don't know the story of any characters other than Caleb. No, that's so real. That's so real. I played and I you know, I know that Zane, he's a doctor. He's like he knew you when you were a kid, but then like, well, like you knew each other when you were both kids. Let me just re-clarify that. And then like he moved away and then you lost contact, but now he's my doctor again. And then Xavier, he works at the same place I work. And then Raphael is like I was going to his house because he was connected to some shit that was in another place that I was investigating, you know, for my job. So that's how we met Raphael, and now suddenly we're like his bodyguard. And then Silas, we were trying to get to this place called the was it N09 zone? Something like that. N109, I think that's it. And Silas, he's like the head honcho in charge, so obviously we had to go talk to him and get in with him. And then Caleb, technically Caleb is like a childhood friend as well. And that's it. That's all that's my grasp of the lore. In a quick nutshell. Of all the boys. Just for anybody who was like, what the fuck are they talking about right now? this blah, 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 blah. Yeah, basically Cope wants to eat all of it, and honestly I can't blame him. I cannot blame him. The selection ranged from intricate specialty cakes to more rustic homey brownies and cupcakes. How do y'all feel about cupcakes? I know some people either really like them or really hate them. Like there is in between, but like I feel like some people feel really strongly like negatively towards cupcakes. I like cupcakes. I'll eat a cupcake. I don't give a fuck. I like doing the thing where you like take half of the bottom off and then like put it on the top and make like a little sandwich. Usually those kinds of treats would be everything you needed, but today was a special visit. You were entirely focused on the even better desserts waiting for you on the horizon. You could tell Cove shared your feelings. He's definitely leaving here with something. As a little treat. He waited beside you with every outward appearance of patience, but you could tell his anticipation by the way he kept a close watch on the kitchen door as you waited for an employee to come greet you. This uncharacteristic restraint was a stark contrast to any other time he'd visited a bakery, where he'd have rushed over to the display case and immediately began picking out cakes to take home. As he shifted from one foot to the other, you knew he was fighting to hold back those usual urges. It's okay, Pookie, you can go look at stuff, and maybe we'll take something home. Luckily, his self-control wasn't tested for long, because it might have broken. Soon, the door to the kitchen swung open. Oh, who do we think the cake person is gonna be? Is it also just gonna be Baxter in a wig? Only if they're good. Some people make the cupcake 60% icing. That's so real. I like a good amount of frosting, but not nothing crazy. Just like, I don't know. Like, I want enough that, like, if I did do my little sandwich method, that I'm gonna have a good amount. But, like, that's why I don't like eating them whole, because I don't want to get, like, frosting on, like, my nose and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I watched someone else play it, and they are a major Caleb fan, so his story's the only one I've seen. Other than that, I knew Zane was a doctor and Silas was, like, a mafia dragon. No, yeah, you got that. Like, you know, Zane, the doctor, Silas, the mafia dragon, Raphael, the artist fishman, Caleb, apple soldier, Xavier, a sleepy potential alien. I think he is. I think he's an alien. I don't even know. I don't remember. I don't know specifically what he is. I just know that he's not what he says he is. And you know what? I'll fucking eat. Who said that? Who said that, bro? Anyways. No, but seriously, people calling it a gooning game. I can't even pull gooner cards. Calling it a gooning game. I couldn't even if I wanted to. I can never pull any of the cards that have that. I'm fighting for my life out here. Luckily, his self-control wasn't tested for long. Soon the door to the kitchen swung open and a friendly-looking face emerged. Spotting you and Cove, the person smiled and began heading over. We're not actually gonna get to see them, damn. As they approached, you saw the name on their... Now, wait a minute. You saw the name on their tag said Xavier! Were they just listening to us? Xavier, this is not what it looks like. And we're in a cafe. You know where you frequently meet the boys, right? In a cafe. Oh my god. Listen, I'm not cheating. That's just really funny. Hold on, let me take another sip of tea. You saw that the name on their tag said Xavier with a little purple button pinned to one strap on their Jesus Christ of their apron with the words they them printed in black letters. Xavier walked right up to you guys and gave you a welcome so warm you could have sworn it came from fresh from the oven. Hello, thanks for coming by, Zake. Is that how you say that? Is there anything I can get for you? Hi. Cove paused, pointing first at himself and then at you as he spoke. We're Luna and Cove. We've got an appointment here. His voice, which had started out measured and even, became hushed as the thrill of what you were here to do started to get to Cove. When he resumed speaking, it broke further still, dissolving into a rushed whisper that Xavier needed to lean in to catch. It's to plan our wedding cake. We're getting married. What he said. We're so glad to be here. Thank you for making time for us, I'll say. Xavier's eyes lit up at the introduction. Of course. Welcome, Luna and Cove, our bride and groom. Cove preened ever so slightly at those last words, his chin jutting out with confidence. I'm Xavier, the head cake artist here. We're so happy to be working with you for such an important event. You can take some seats right there in front and we can start talking options. They gestured to a nearby table. You and Kive. How many times am I gonna say? Okay, so we have obviously Cove. We got Cave, Kive. Let's see what else we can get. What other letters can we throw in there? just trying out different vowels, bro. Sorry. You and Cove obliged, taking your seats as you sat down. God damn it, your stomach somersaulted. I'm so nervous, I can't help it, I can't even speak. You were really here to pick out a wedding cake. The cake that would be served at your wedding. Hence, the wedding cake. It hadn't quite sunk in before, but being invited to begin had made it feel more official. But knowing that you weren't alone in feeling that way comforted you. And you grinned at the love of your life. Cove beamed back at you. Beamed back. The baker had taken a detour over to the back shelf, where they picked up a binder before coming to stand before you at the table. I went over the info our baking assistant took when the appointment was arranged, so we can dive right into things. So let's get into it, starting with the size of the cake. How big do you want to go? We can go as big as 5 tiers high.
Maybe.
2 or 3, maybe? Cove tilted his head to the side as he looked to you for input. I mean, yeah, like, that sounds good. Oh, wait, I just realized why the name is Zake. Yeah, I'm assuming Xavier cake. Xavier, throw that cake back. Would 1 be I don't know, over 2 sounds perfect. 3 would be, I feel like 3. I feel like 3 gives wedding cake, right? I don't want to do 5. I think 3 is good, right? Cool. Seeing as you'd reached a conclusion, Xavier noted it down on the binder. A 3-tier cake it is. Just make sure it doesn't topple. Yeah. We should do, like, I want to do, like, a funky shape. What about stars? What do you think about stars? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Am I? Let me see the options. They glanced up from the binder, smiling. That will give us a lot to work with. In terms of decorating, is there any kind of direction you want us to aim for in overall style? Cove pursed his lips, stumped by the question. Artistic vision had never been his strong suit. Move out of the way, I got this. So I want it to look like... Though you'd reviewed ideas for decorations and color schemes together, asking Cove to distill those visions and themes into words was doomed to failure. Bitch, you just need a Pinterest. You took it from there and said, we're going... Ooh. Traditional, modern, elegant, unusual, trendy, rustic, floral, beachy, simplistic. Whatever you think is best is good with us. What do you guys think? What kind of thing should we have? I'm not thinking. I don't want to do modern or traditional. I don't know about rustic. Beachy. I mean, we're already having it potentially outdoors, so I don't know. Like a beachy wedding, like would be good for Cove, but like I picked our color scheme as pink, right? So we have to lean into the pink theme. And not saying you can't have like a pinky beachy theme, but you know what I mean? Don't end up on YouTube. Failed wedding cake short reel. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? Like, what is unusual? Like, I don't know what any of these mean. I don't want to say whatever you think is best is good for us, because, like, that sounds like a pain in the ass thing to say. Maybe I should just go with beachy, right? Part of me wants to say unusual, because I don't know what that means. And I'm kind of interested. We're, like, kind of quirky. Could I get Mothman on the cake? Bigfoot on the cake? Cryptid cake. Cove sighed, relieved, and expressed his approval. Let's go unusual, just because we're quirky like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. We can work for that. We could work with that for sure. It's damn good. Any color ranges in mind? Again, Cove fell silent, like a kid hoping not to get called on in the classroom. He's just like, can you answer that? Even though it was just the three of you, he had no chance of hiding. You could swear that he was shrinking lower in his seat, as if hoping to go unnoticed. As entertaining as that was, you decided to spare Cove before he slipped under the table. You spoke up and said, classic white, pastel, earth shades, mutatones, bright tones, rainbow, dark shades, mostly white with color pops. Let's go bright tones. Y'all know I love neons, so don't even play with me right now. Like, listen, unfortunately, if it was up to me, the wedding would be wildin'. Rainbow, he said, hi. Let's go bright tones. Got it. And what's one color you really want me to keep on top of my mind? Pink, because that's the theme of the wedding. Nice, nice, I'm getting you. Xavier looked up from the binder. Right, so we're going for a 3-tier pink cake. That's unusual. Yeah, yep. I mean, it already, you know, the pink cake was already unusual, but then I already gave you the theme unusual, so we'll see what's up. He just brings out, like, this fucking neon pink cake. I'd eat that up, literally and figuratively. You could picture the cake clearly now. It was just as you wanted. Yeah, that's right. Cove, who was staring at you like you'd saved him from a life or death situation rather than answering a couple of simple questions in a pleasant bakery, gave you a thumbs up. Xavier watched you both with a smile. This cake is really shaping up. Time for the fun part. I'll be right back. Are we gonna test fillings and frostings and stuff? They got up and made their way into the kitchen. The fun part? Cove echoed the words, puzzled but intrigued. He peered after Xavier, trying to catch a glimpse of the magic happening behind the closed doors. Craning his neck didn't grant Cove X-ray vision, but that was just fine, as you weren't kept in suspense for long. Xavier quickly returned with a large, covered serving tray. Cove gasped, his fingers curling with anticipation. Careful, coming through. They lowered the heavy platter onto the table, where it clattered against the hard surface as it settled. Oh my god, we get to taste little cakes and shit. Let's go! Xavier lifted the cover to reveal several plates of little cake slices, with mounds of different frosting and filling flavors. The beautiful the beautiful array of colors and breadth of the selection made for a wonderfully presented array of trees. Sorry, I can't read today. I've lost it. I started good at the beginning, and then as we go, it just gets worse. Cove gaped, wowed by the revelation. He's like, oh my god, yes.
Oh!
We get to try samples? Xavier giggled at Cove's reaction. Given just how much enthusiasm Cove had, you bet there weren't many previous grooms whose response could compare. You do. They pointed at the tray and began talking you through the selection, starting with the neat little slices of cake. So we've got a few cake flavors for you today. Vanilla, chocolate, red velvet, citrus, and such. They moved over to the frosting and fillings. There's chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, maple, and mocha buttercream. Over here we've got chocolatey and fruity fillings, though the inside can simply contain more frosting if you'd prefer. Having talked you through the samples, they straightened up. These are some of our most popular options, but not everything. You can see all our options on the order forms. As they talked, they took 2 copies of the order sheet and presented you with one each. All the possibilities for each element of the cake were laid out before you. That's everything. You're welcome to eat whatever parts look appealing, or you can have everything on the platter if you've got the stomach for it. Don't threaten Cove with a good time. Cove's eyes sparkled with anticipation. Knowing Cove, you suspected that he intended to take Xavier up on the offer to sample everything. He's gonna be just licking the fucking bowl of frosting. He picked up the fork provided and began systematically working through the platter. He took scoops out of the cake, frosting, and filling options in turn, moving them left to right from top to bottom. You chuckled softly, amused that your hunch had been correct. Though Cove was evidently intent on eating every bit of everything, you noted that he was careful to leave at least half of each sample in case he wanted it to. I will probably, I know what I do and don't like, so I probably would only eat the ones that, I thought I would like. There were certain flavors you knew you liked. You really wanted to focus on those ones before making your choice. Picking up a fork, you joined Cove in sampling the cakes, frosting, and fillings on offer. You murmured your delight to each other as you discovered new combinations and enjoyed the sheer variety laid out before you. Cove's eyes shone as he looked at you, glad to be sharing this experience. Listen, this is his love language. He's like, if we could just sit together and eat all the time, it'd be the best day of my life. That's gonna be our honeymoon. It's just we're gonna go to touring around the world, eating different foods. You were so enraptured that you nearly forgot that you weren't alone with Cove, but this too was by design. The baker stood by approvingly, careful not to do anything that might interrupt your enjoyment. Oh my god. You held up your fork to feed a piece to Cove. You gestured to Cove that you wanted to eat the sample on his fork. You cozied up next to him. You seized the last bite of cake before Cove could get it. You relaxed in the mind. Listen, I'm gonna feed him just because I know this is gonna fluster the shit out of him. Lol. Eat it. Cove spotted the poised fork in front of him. Laden with cake, you knew your intentions had been understood as a blush spread over his cheeks. Even now, it was criminally easy to make him embarrassed. Still, he leaned in and opened his mouth to accept the offering. You brought the fork to his lips, and he happily ate the treat. Thanks, Luna. He held up his own fork, where the bite he'd been about to take was waiting. For you. Cove's eyes glittered, happy to reciprocate. You bit down around his fork. The cake seemed sweeter when it was being fed to you like this. Cove shimmied happily in his seat. The different varieties had gone down very well with him. They're all so good. He cracked a grin. Hey, could we get a tier for every flavor? Xavier laughed. Unfortunately, we can't. At least, not in a single cake. And I'm guessing you don't want several different cakes for your wedding. Yeah, we should just go with one. I have no idea how we're gonna choose with so many great choices. We're definitely ready to get our own cake after having the samples. It's okay, Cove. We can get cakes for our anniversaries in the future. Teehee? It would be nice to taste the experience over again year after year, especially if you could continue to get cakes from the same bakery that had provided your wedding cake. The suggestion was made. The suggestion made him swoon for you. The promise of food and staying together was a perfect hit. He's so cute. Now that you'd had a taste of the bakery's cakes, and Cove had had several, it was time to figure out the details. We can do the cake all in one flavor, top to bottom, or let you choose 2 sets of different flavors. What works for you? I think one flavor for the entire cake makes the most sense. Having different flavors for tiers sounds fun. I think different flavors, so that way, like, if people don't like one thing, they could have another thing. I think, right? Yeah, let's do that. Cove lifted himself up off the chair briefly to switch his position. He moved from leaning forward towards the tray and shifted to being situated on the side of the chair facing you.
So,
What's your thoughts? You don't need to stick to it forever, but were you thinking something kind of plain, chocolatey, fruity, or what? You picked up the copy of the form to review the options again. After studying it carefully, you said, I'm thinking simple vanilla. Me personally, I like a vanilla cake. Sorry. I don't really like fruity cakes. Sorry. Okay. He rested his chin on his hand as he stared thoughtfully into the distance. A smile drifted across his face as he pictured the possibilities for your cake. It could be a white cake with white buttercream, but instead of more buttercream inside, maybe there's a vanilla custard. Ew, I don't want custard. Vanilla custard. That's really nice. Can we tweak a part of it? I like a different filling flavor. Cove sat up straight, amazed that his idea had been a starting point for collaboration with you. Yeah, I'd love to add your own thing. When it came to the inside filling you proposed, maybe, ganache. Or maybe buttercream in a different flavor. You know, I just realized the music is giving me Katawa Shoujo vibes. Wait, let me listen. Actually, you're right. You're right, it kind of does. Wait, I never noticed that before. Maybe it's just like the dating sim music, you know what I mean? Like they all kind of have that same sound. Listen, not that I'm complaining though, I like it. Maybe I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't like choices. Let's do buttercream in a different flavor. Specifically, hazelnut. Cove leaned back in his seat, watching you curiously as he waited to hear what you were thinking. He glanced over the form again and got started on the next tier. Thinking about the type of cake you wanted, you decided to suggest... let's do... What do y'all think we should do? Red velvet, maybe? What y'all think about red velvet cake? Citrus? Maybe. See, I don't really like fruity cakes. I don't know why. I don't know what I got against the fruits. Sorry, fruits. No, I'm kidding. No, but really, I don't know. I like, you guys, I say this all the time. I'm very picky. I could name more things that I like on this list than, well, to be honest, it's not that many. I would say, you know, I'll eat a vanilla cake. I don't really like chocolate cake that much unless it's like specifically chocolate cake from like a boxed mix. I don't know, bro. I like certain chocolate cakes, okay? I like ones that are like from like an actual bakery. What's an ube cake? I don't know. Let me look. Let me look this up. Let me look. Oh, it's like purple. Oh, that's weird. Ube cake is a traditional Filipino chiffon cake or sponge cake made with ube halaya It is distinctively vividly purple in color, like most dishes made with ube in the Philippines. Okay. I don't know what... Okay, let me look this up. Ube halaya. I'm assuming it's some kind of fruit, maybe? Let me see. Oh, okay. It is made from boiled and mashed purple yam. Okay. Interesting. They make like a lot of ube / purple yam flavored pastries and ube ice cream. Interesting. I've never heard of this before. I have no idea if I would like it, but I'd be down to try. I'd be down to try it. Bro, this game, who says gaming doesn't teach you things? This game has had me look up a lot of things today. Spiced cake? What's usually in a spiced cake? I mean, like, obviously, like, fucking, like, cinnamon, probably, but... Ube is kind of like a sweet potato. It's so fucking good. Ube ice cream is the best thing ever. Am I even saying that right? That's just how I assume he would say it, unless it's just oob. Oob? I mean, it could be oob, but, like, ube sounds like it's more right. There's this one place in Chinatown, London, that does, like, this, like, sweet bun filled with ube ice cream. It's amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to try. Just to try it. Because, see, I am picky, but I will try anything once. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, there's certain things that I know I'm not gonna like. Like, if you were like, try this seafood. Like, I know I'm probably not gonna like it. To be honest with you. I know I'm not gonna like it. Especially if I know that I'm not gonna like the texture. Like, if it was, like, squid or octopus or something, I don't like rubbery textures, so I don't like mushrooms. So it's like, something like that, I'll know I'm not gonna like. But sometimes, you know, I'll be surprising myself. You're saying it how I've been saying it. So we're either both right or both wrong. So it says ginger and nutmeg in it, too, it seems. I want to look up a picture. Like, I don't know if they have, like, a standard form. I feel like this is real. See, I think I had kind of one similar to this, actually. And I think I liked it. I don't know if it was like a spice cake or it was like a caramel or whatever. This has like nut in it. Sorry, nuts. Should we just keep it simple? I'm gonna go red velvet. Sorry. For the frosting, you like the idea of just I don't know. Nuts and eggs in your cake. Hey, yo. Cream cheese. Ew. No offense. Should we do like opposites? Should it be all the same like thing? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm so picky. I'm the worst. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'll just do vanilla. And when it came to inside filling, you proposed. Dude, I'm gonna be quirky. I'm gonna do ganache. I want milk chocolate flavor. Cove, who had been nodding along with your suggestions, recapped the idea. So you're thinking of a red velvet cake with vanilla frosting and milk chocolate flavor ganache on the inside? That's right.
Sounds good.
Bro, I could have said anything and you would have said that. Like I said, he's human garbage disposal. Sounds really good to me. Then your mouth-watering cake flavors were all set. You were sure it was going to be a hit at the wedding. The inside of the cake is great. All that's left now is the cover. How should we wrap your baby up? Do you like fondant or maybe ganache? Ew, no, not fondant, yo. I'm a fondant hater. I've never personally had fondant, but all I hear is how bad it tastes. I don't want to eat fucking cake Play-Doh. Cove shrugged. You said. Buttercream covered in ganache. Got it. Almost done. I like the idea of the cake and the filling contrasting each other. True. I was thinking that. I'm like, I don't know what I do. What should I do? I only liked fondant as a kid. I'm grown now. You're like, that was a mistake of the past. I'm different now. They scribbled that down in the binder. Finally, what element would you like me to include in the design and presentation of the cake? A bride and groom cake topper, royal icing piping, meringue detailing, edible pearls, sugar-made decorations, chocolate-made decorations, edible paint, fresh flowers, ribbons around the tiers. No, we are gonna have something extra. I just don't know what else. What extra thing we should have? I don't know if I want the bride and groom cake topper, to be honest. I think it's like gag. I don't know. I don't think edible pearls, because I'm imagining that would be a nightmare to eat. Because, like, imagine you're trying to go for one, it's like crunch, break your tooth. It was a moment of weakness. Listen, we forgive you. We forgive you. We all make lapses in judgment. I love you guys. Meringue detailing is cool. What does that even, like, what would that even actually mean? Like, they just do, like, little designs with the meringue, or... I don't know, because, like, ribbons around the tiers, I don't know. Fresh flowers could be cute. I don't know, like, cool shapes. That makes sense. Ooh, edible paint. What would he paint on there? I want him to paint a UFO on the top. I'm gonna head off now, but thank you for the accompaniment as I cram my last revision. No worries. Good luck with your exams tomorrow. I really hope you ace them, and then you don't have to think about it after. You can go on and you can live your life. I don't know what you do for fun, but you can do it. I don't know if you're one of those people who actually touches grass. You can go and, like, party or something, like, I guess what normal people do, and not playing pretend weddings on the internet. Or you could just blast K-pop and dance. That's what I would do. With a little snack. Well, it's for the next 2 weeks, but yes. Oh my gosh, I wish you so luck. Exam season is the worst. All right. Let's do... Can I do, like, multiple things? Because I kind of want to do the fresh flowers. I think that could be really cute. Especially if they match, like, our bouquets. Could you imagine? Oh, we could do more. Okay. Okay, fresh flowers. Meringue. We'll do... For you, Black Blue, we'll do the meringue detailing. And then... I don't know. Do we want anything else? Chocolate-made decorations, sugar-made declarations. Declarations? Yeah. The sugar-made declarations of independence. Oh, I don't know. I feel like there's so... Like, I don't know what I want. I could never plan a wedding. I'm just too indecisive. I'm, like, indecisive in some areas, and then, like, I know what I want in other areas. Like, this, I'd be like, oh, I don't know, bro. Because I feel like in my head, I'd have to make it, like, crazy fancy. It's signed in chocolate fondue. I'm fucking dead. I think I want to do edible paint. I think that'd be fun. All right. And that's everything. Nice and straightforward. I like it. Awesome. We've got ourselves a cake plan. The baker's words made it official. You'd picked your wedding cake. You couldn't help but be especially thrilled about that. The wedding cake was such a focal part of the party. It would be featured in photographs and shared among your family and friends. The joy of the day distilled into a beautiful confection. Just thinking about it left you breathless. You glanced at Cove out of the corner of your eye, wondering if he was feeling as excited as you were. He was leaning forward in his seat, a rapt expression on his face. As Xavier continued speaking, you pulled yourself back to the present. I'll take all the info you've given us today and use it to think up a finished design. I'll keep you both in the loop on how it's going. Though, before you go, are you wanting any other dessert on the side? Maybe cupcakes or cookies? Or we could do something else if there's anything specific you have in mind. Ooh. Oh, crepes. Wedding pretzels. Oh. Oh, what should we get you guys? Because the crepes are like what we all got together as friends that one time. So that could be cute. But that's like, I feel like that's kind of hard to do for like a design. And also like crepes, you can't just like have them be sitting there. But it would be such a good like symbolism thing. Or like the wedding pretzels, that'd be funny. Because like me and Kobe are always getting pretzels. Cinnamon rolls. Oh, that's so good. Would crepes be an option? Cove nodded eagerly, thrilled with your suggestion. It would be so good if we could have those. They can have someone there to make the crepes to order. That's true. Unexpected, but not impossible. We can make you some crepes. Cove beamed with delight. The three of you talked over the details of your additional dessert. Xavier skillfully guided you through it all to determine everything from your preference for flavor and texture to the quantity you needed. Eventually, it was all set up. Xavier reviewed their notes in the binder. So you're getting a 3-tier cake with an unusual kind of feel that's multi-flavored, and you're also getting some crepes along with it. Your heart fluttered as you imagined the cake once again, you and Cove standing over it ready to take the first cut. The side dessert beautifully complemented the cake, complementing the picture perfectly. Yeah, those are our desserts. Cove bounced in his chair again. His hands clasped, oh my god, why is that word so hard for me to say? Clasped against the edge of the table. His excitement was as palpable as your own. This is gonna be so good. Xavier grinned, pleased to see the two of you so happy. Thanks again for coming to us for your wedding. We'll make the desserts of your dreams. You worked through the outstanding specifics of your order with Xavier, who was determined to get everything right for your big day, and had an answer ready for everything you could throw at them. Once the final arrangement had been confirmed, you left the bakery feeling confident that your wedding cake was going to be just wonderful. Cove naturally shared your optimism completely. As per usual, you, Cove, and Baxter met up on another day for another session. I think we'll do one more session with Baxter and then we'll call it for today. Because I think we're going to end up doing all the things on the list. A few lighthearted words were engaged as Baxter watched the two of you amusedly. Yeah. Cove's mood was still shining, and Baxter could tell. I take it the cake designing went well? Like a child who was excited to show their latest work of crayon art to their teacher, Cove shared the news with pure happiness. We're getting a really big one. I'm so pleased to hear that. What shall we be doing today? I guess we'll just do all food today, so let's pick out a caterer. Alright. Cove's brightening enthusiasm was no surprise to you. Food always excited him. Baxter placed his hands on the arms of his chair and lightly tapped it with the tips of his fingers.
In that case,
that should be a nice time. I'll make sure you find the proper service to meet your needs. But don't worry, I won't get in the way of deciding any of the details for the menu. Thanks. Isn't my sister vegetarian? I forgot. Also, something I just realized, they seem to make a specific point not to give pronouns to Xavier. I think, didn't they, at the start when they were, like, saying the name or whatever, I think they had a pin that said, like, they, them on it or something like that. But it's nice to see just somebody with they, them in a media casually. I appreciate that. After that, the rest of the session circled around finding a specific catering company, and eventually you all agreed on one in particular. They were able to make arrangements with you right away. One phone call and you had scheduled a time to go over the details in person. That included a meeting with the chef, too. And, as an added bonus, this would all happen before your next appointment with Baxter. It was a relief knowing that the menu would be taken care of by the next time you saw him again. Until then, there wasn't much else to do. It was time to leave. Now it just looks like I'm the one barking. This damn dog. He's making me look like I'm barking. He said woof. Until then, there wasn't much else to do. It was time to leave. Thanks again for your help.
see you.
It's my pleasure, of course. I await your next visit. Well, you do be barking for code. Like, that's true, but you didn't have to say it. We'll be back soon. Bye. Baxter nodded with a genuine smile as he watched you two head out of the door. Once you were outside the offices, you noticed the little pep in Cove's step. He's like, I get to eat. You were both in good spirits. Chipping away at the wedding planning had a special way of doing that. On the scheduled appointment with the caterer, you and Cove eagerly arrived at the location specified over the phone. You were led inside the building past the seating room and directly into their commercial kitchen. Listen, if one of these bitches is named Zane now, it's gonna get scary. It's gonna start getting scary. Like, you know, if they pull out another Love and Deep Space name, it's gonna be scary. Directly into their commercial kitchen. It was sleek, silver, and so clean that it sparkled. The observation alleviated some worries right away. Next to you, Cove's eyes wandered the space with intrigue. Along the back wall, you spotted a woman at a sink large enough to be arm's length deep. She looked over her shoulder and grinned broadly. Hold on, I'll be right there. She finished washing up and swiftly crossed the room, drying her hands on her apron. When she reached you and Cove, she gave a little bow. Hi, I'm the head chef and your caterer. I hear that you're getting married and are in need of sustenance for your friends and family. Yeah, we are. Well, I can assure you that you've come to the right place. We provide a full-course meal with a menu tailored to your tastes and requirements. We'll also include all the plating, silverware, and glasses, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Why don't you introduce yourselves? A bit stunned by the speediness of the chef's candor, Cove took the opposite approach and slowly, awkwardly pointed to himself. I'm Cove, the groom. And my name's Luna. I'm the bride. I love it. You can call me Rhonda. Okay, hi Rhonda. Hey, nice to meet you. Marvelous. Now I have a little pamphlet that I'm gonna go grab. You can read it, leave it on the counter, use it as a coaster. It's okay. I'm gonna explain everything myself anyways. Think of it as an extra guide. Rhonda waved the idea of any formality with both hands as she also shrugged nonchalantly. Cove chuckled shyly, leaning towards you while she lightly jogged to the other side of the kitchen. She scooped up towards two information sheets and came right back. Rhonda confidently stretched her arm out all the way to offer you each a pamphlet. Both of you accepted one. Cove turned his around in his hands, inspecting it carefully. You studied the one in your hands too. Catering. Excellent taste. One remarkable catering experience. Call for reservation. Okay. Reservation. Okay. Well, now that I've remembered that, we can get into the nitty-gritty. Let's shop talk the menu. You can choose to have a single menu that consists across the board, easy peasy, or we can do up two fully separate types of menus based on different dietary needs. Guests could choose between them and we'll prepare as much of both as needed. It practically goes without saying, but we'll be able to accommodate individual plate changes if anything comes up. For example, a situation where just one or two people need some specific elements left out. We can work with that without needing to make another full selection for it. So what kind of menu did you two have in mind? Two? Well, I mean, I don't need any special requirements, but I think my sister... You know, I'll let Cove. He's like the food man. You got this, Cove. I'm pretty sure Liz is. I feel like I remember that. But I don't know. I don't know. Is she? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's vegetarian, not vegan. If that is true. If that even is true. Because I could be capping right now. Cove's attention moved from the pamphlet to you. He breathed out evenly, understanding that he would be the one to answer here. Like, listen, you're the food boy. Eat up. Well, his brow furrowed with thought as he ran through the options the pamphlet listed one more time. He pressed a finger to the paper. Luna has some specific preferences, so we should probably do a full menu based on that to make sure it's okay. It's true, he knows I'm fucking picky. Nodding, you were in agreement with Cove's answer. You appreciate him speaking up and handling the situation for you. Sure thing. The chef smiled warmly at his choices, and then pulled out a notepad and pen. She made sure to write down everything that was requested. That's the biggie already done. Let's keep that ball rolling. Yes, please. At the minimum, there's gonna be a main entry in our service, so that's one course automatically. And if you're having cake or another dessert, that'll technically be another course for your guest. Although that doesn't count as one of the portions that we offer here. I can go up to 6 courses, the dinner, and as many as 5 additional portions. So we're looking at soup, salad, hot appetizer, a cold appetizer, and or a palate cleanser. Do you know how big you want the service to be? I don't know, like 2? 3? I feel like, you know, a soup or salad and then like the main meal is fine, right? What were they, like, wait, what did she say again? I forgot. A salad, soup. I'm thinking salad. Oh, I kind of want a hot appetizer. Should we do like a soup, a salad, hot appetizer, regular? Listen, he's a big bag, so we gotta get the main thing, right? Oh yeah, I thought they said dessert didn't count. I don't know. 3, but I think 3. Either way, 3 I think is good. That sounds really good. Cove brightened, contemplating the possible combinations with 3 courses. He picked up the pamphlet again. I really did want at least one of those other options. 3 courses then, eh? Sounds like it. Do you know what you'd like for it? I want one of them to be a soup. Yes, dear, you can have your soup. Sure, I'm not gonna say no to soup. Okay, we have an entree and a soup agreed on. Yep. The chef glanced up from her notepad. She twirled the pen with her fingertips in anticipation. It's coming along nicely so far. What else were you thinking? I want a hot appetizer. Dude, you got mozzie sticks? Y'all saw you got mozzie sticks or something? I don't know. What are we serving? Is that a little too wild? What is an appetizer, bro? I don't even fucking know. And what's a palate cleanser? Like, what would that entail? I think a hot appetizer is good. Perfection. This will be tasty. You're like, honestly, anything could be an appetizer as long as there's not like a million of them, right? Oh, and how much heat are you expecting for these dishes? We can keep it all very mild, or we can easily push up the spice levels. I love spicy. Spicy for the main entree, less spicy for the extras. I think we'll do less spicy for the main and then hotter for the extras. Stuffed mushrooms, dumplings, soups, wings. Ooh. See, I feel like I would like... I've seen stuffed mushrooms before. I wish I'd like that. You know what I like? You know what I like? Quiches. I had these mini quiches. They were like just like frozen ones, and I don't know where, like I can't find them anymore, but I remember having them, and like the texture of the crust is so good. I want a quiche, bro. I've seen somebody have like a big ass quiche. I would love that. I would love just like with some bacon in there. Yes sir, yes sir. I'm not even a fan of spinach, but they had like spinach ones, and I was like, yeah, bitch, I'll eat that too. I don't even care. Just because I liked it all so much. Quiches are bomb. That's actually facts. Yes, anything with cheese. I love cheese, bro. Yeah, let's do less spicy for the main entree, hotter for the extras. Cove crossed his arms, thinking about your suggestion. After a short pause, he chuckled. That works for me. I don't think most of our guests will be surprised you had to go with some spicy food for the wedding. Listen, I love spicy food. I can't help it. We can definitely set the courses up that way. Your lips pulled into a happy smile. Not that you were surprised, but still, you were grateful to have Cove's full support here. And this chef backtracked through her notes for a second. She thought over everything that you had all discussed up until that you all had discussed until she could pin down exactly what was slipping her mind. Oh, what about drinks? Are we just a water please party, a coffee and tea group, or hard drinkers? There's always at least going to be water, even if you have other options, so don't worry about that. Oh, I'd like there to be... Ew, not sparkling water. I don't like coffee, tea, milk. Milk at the wedding, bro? No, that's diabolical. Cove, you can pick the drinks, because I picked the spice stuff. Bashful over your directness, Cove softly offered his suggestion. Can we have some fruit juice options there along with the water? Definitely. He beamed. You'd do nearly anything to keep putting that delight on his face. Strawberry milk. Bro, imagine you go to a wedding and they bring out glasses of fucking milk, strawberry or otherwise. Dude, I wanted to say mixed cocktails, but now I'm like, dude, we need to have some bevies, right? I'm not even that much of a drinker, to be honest. Bro said he wants juice. I don't know. Mixed cocktails? Oh, we could do multiple. Here, he wants fruit juice, so we'll take that too. Oh, we need to have wine as well and fruit juice. Everything else, though, sorry. That's everything. I think we covered it. There's nothing else I'd want to add. Well, we'll make it happen. So that's the menu type. Meal scale, spice level, and beverage basics. Pleased, Rhonda rolled up her sleeves. Her gaze fell on you and Cove with a new determined gleam. Let's go deeper. I don't remember if I read this. I never was a fan of beer, but I like cocktails. I've never really had like a cocktail, except for one time I had this like slushy one that was banging. I think it was like a strawberry like daiquiri or something like that. I don't even fucking know. Whatever it was though, I did like it. I did like it. You probably guessed, but I like the fruity drinks. Listen, and you're so real for that. I don't like the taste of liquor. And when I don't like something, y'all know I'm not about that life. So it's hard for me to want to drink because I'm just like nasty. So I need like something that's like I'm not like gonna taste as much, or that's gonna like distract me from the fucking alcohol taste. Cove smiled nervously at the chef's intensity, but he didn't wilt completely. You had a sneaking suspicion his remaining strength came from the topic still being about food. The conversation continued from there. It dug into the specifics, such as the main protein and side ingredients, the style of cuisine the foods would be based on, and so on and so on. It took a fair bit of time, but eventually a finalized selection was arranged. You couldn't get over how delicious everything sounded the longer the conversation went. By the end, Cove appeared just as relieved and excited as you were about the food. But most of all, you were so grateful to have a set menu plan for the wedding. Rhonda, however, hadn't slowed down at all. Do my nose itchy. I see that you're both settling down for a rest, but just hang on and stay with me a little longer. We're not done yet. Oh, there's something else? Yes, it's called presentation. You can do all levels of flair for your meal. Were you picturing a plain Jane approach or something more hoity-toity? The stuff just needs to be on the plate. Yeah, same. I don't want my alcohol to taste like alcohol 100%. I haven't found like something that personally I can't taste the alcohol with, so we're still on that journey. Like Mike's is like okay, but like that shit has like 3% alcohol, so it's like like what the fuck? I'm not gonna get turned off a goddamn one Mike's hard lemonade. Even though the strawberry one, I think, is it strawberry lemonade? Yeah, I think it's a strawberry lemonade one, or just strawberry, I can't remember. That one's fire though, I'm not gonna lie. I'd like it if some care was put in the arrangement. Taking extra steps would be excellent presentation. Yeah. She's right. It'd be good if it felt special for that day of all times. That works for us. So, as I started to talk about way back when, we'll provide the plates and utensils and such. Our plates are white, but they can be completely plain or have little swirly details around the edges. What do you think of that? Before you or Cove could even consider giving an answer, she held both her hands up to stop that and stole a glance over her shoulder. Wait, give me another sec. I'll grab some stacks. You should see before choosing anything. Again, without leaving a window to say anything in response, Rhonda darted off deeper into the kitchen. Cove stared at her as she went. His expression was deadpan. You can pick the plates. Yes, dear. All right, I'll handle it.
An abrupt clattering came from the direction she disappeared down, and a moment later, your caterer had reappeared. She kept her word and had piles of plates balanced in each of her hands. In each of her hands? Like she has multiple hands? More than two? She stepped up to a clear counter space. Rhonda spoke cheerily, almost musically, while laying out the first set of plates and some forks to go with them, perhaps so you knew for sure what they'd look like together. Okay, so this is the white set. Here's the white. Okay. The two of you looked silently at the collection of completely plain white dinner plates. Okay. Like, yeah, I mean, they're white plates. And and there's this swirl. As promised, the white plates you put down did have some swirls on them. There was as much as could be noted on that. Which plates do you guys want? The white or the swirl? Now, what are you thinking? I think the plain white is good. I'd like the swirly one. You gave Cove bleeding eyes, wanting him to answer instead. Either's fine. Honestly, I couldn't care less. They're both white plates. Listen, I wouldn't go that far. I don't know, like, which one fits the vibe more? The swirly one? I was thinking that too. I think I want to go for that. Just because, like, I don't know. I like the white plates. They were just, like, not doing anything for me. Got it. Thanks for humoring me. And because you're getting the hot appetizer course, there's an extra piece to this puzzle. Now, what we could do is just bring it out ahead of the meal and place it in front of each guest in their seat, but that's not our only option. We could have all the appetizers set out on a single table from the very start of the reception, so guests can go over and eat as they please. Or we could even have servers walk around the room with platters of the appetizers to offer to guests throughout the party as they mingle. I don't know if it's the vibe, but I like it. You know, my wedding's just gonna be chaotic, but I think that just fits me, doesn't it? It makes sense to me to serve it on the table for the entree. I would enjoy having servers walk around the party. I think it would be best to leave it out on a single table. You didn't have anything to say to them. I think the servers walking around, just because, like, it gives time for people to stand up and mingle and, like, also know that the food is there. Because I feel like sometimes you could put it on a table and, like, if you don't announce that it's there, people might not know. I don't know. Wow, our wedding is gonna be elegant. I mean, I think it's gonna be something. Wow, our wedding is gonna be elegant. Cove chuckled, but he backed your suggestion wholeheartedly. The image of the reception was really starting to take shape in your imagination. Listen, and I'm not paying for it. This is a fake wedding. I don't need to, like, think about logistics, about how much this would cost. Like, bitch, I don't know how the fuck we're affording this wedding, but we're just gonna pretend that it makes sense. We're gonna pretend that, obviously, you know, in the lore, me and Cove we're like streamers or whatever the fuck, and I think we own a business or some shit, so, you know, we'll just say, like, we're really popular, we make bank. Lol. Cove chuckled. Yeah, what do you guys think? Was the people walking around, was that the vibe, or should I have done it like buffet style? Let me know what y'all think. I don't know, I could go back. Righto, that's what we'll do. Thank you. And now you can breathe. It's all done. We're done. Rhonda laughed happily as she closed her notepad and put it aside. I'm always a fan of buffet dinner. That's true. I'm just afraid of, like, not seeing it. And besides, like, we only have the one hot appetizer, right? So I'm like, is it just gonna be like, would it just be like that one thing on the table? I feel like it would look weird, right? That's the only thing I was thinking of. I'm like, because we're just gonna have, like, the one hot appetizer, and I feel like it would look weird taking up a whole thing. Unless, I guess it would be like, I don't even know. Because if it was just like a container of it, it would look, I don't know. Now I don't know. What do I want? True, because if you wanted more, you'd have to go to, like, to a waiter and be like, can I get more? And they're looking at you like, big back bitch, you just had some. Rhonda laughed happily as she closed her notepad and put it aside. Okay, cool. I'm glad we worked that out. Thank you very much, Rhonda. Dude, I don't know why, of all things, I'm like, dude, but what about the appetizer? Do I really want a waiters? Or do I want the buffet style? I thought I would have all the answers, but I don't know if it's true. I'm like, I'm gonna make him decide, actually. I'm making Cove decide. He's making the final choice. I can't decide. Okay, then, having them available whenever on a table sounds good to me. People wouldn't have to wait or go after servers. See, look, he's just like you, for real. Then we could do that. I forgot that I can make my man choose. I was like, wait, I don't have to make all the choices. He can. Righto, that's what we'll do. I'm glad we have that worked out. Thank you very much, Rhonda. Thanks so much. It's my pleasure. We're looking forward to knocking your socks off. Okay, thanks. It'll be a 3-course personal requirements spicy meal that your guests will be talking about for years to come. I promise. Neat. One last quick question. Sure thing. How do we get out of here again? Rhonda clapped her hands and let out a deep laugh. Cove's face reddened with embarrassment. Go down the hall and take a left to another hall, then a right, and then you'll find the exit. It was so nice meeting you two. Thanks. Again. After that, you and Cove left the kitchen and made it out of the building in one piece, following Rhonda's instructions. You both returned to the car with a vigor in your strides. It was amazing to get get such a nice meal arranged in exactly the way that you both wanted it to be. The food was definitely something that you were going to be daydreaming about from now until the big day. All right. This is worth saving. We'll save right here. There we go. We've made progress in the wedding shit. So I'm very excited about that. Let's hit a main menu. Me, but did that actually? What if that didn't save? It did. So yes, this is where we're leaving the stream for today, Pookies. Let me close the game and switch you guys to the ending soon screen. And give you back the wedding beats. Lol. Yeah, you're getting to plan the whole thing. It's kind of crazy. I didn't know what to expect, but I'm kind of excited and glad nonetheless. Let's see. I think I'm gonna let you guys dissolve into the void today because I gotta go do dishes, actually. I meant to do them earlier, but instead I decided to play Marvel Rivals, so I'm sure you guys understand. I'm sure you guys understand I had to get it out of my system before stream, so that way I didn't get tempted to play it on stream. And speaking of, tomorrow I'm planning on not playing Overwatch or Marvel Rivals. I know, a shocker. 3 days in a row without one of those two games. I'm trying to do right by you guys because I realize how often I've been playing Overwatch in Marvel and stuff. So I'm trying to be actually a variety streamer and play a variety of games, but I can't help it. Y'all know when I get a hyperfixation, like it just is there. Y'all were there when I first started Yakuza. I'm like, thank God. It's almost good that Yakuza 3 isn't that much of a banger in terms of like gameplay, because it would be bad for us. It would be bad for us. Finally some real content. Sorry you guys, I didn't mean to starve you. Here's some food. We had Minecraft yesterday, we had Our Life today, and tomorrow what will happen? I guess you'll just have to wait and find out. I have a plan in mind though. I got a plan on what we're gonna play. But yeah, until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see ya. Bye. Bye.